Yes, Sunday. I'm back, in theory, and there is a guest. It's a mystery guest. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy finding out who it is. Oh, it's so much louder. That's weird. There we go. Ooh, I can hear myself. That's not right. Welcome. Let me know if everything sounds good. There we go. Okay, that was the issue. Hi. I can't tell if I'm having an echo. For me? This is weird. Am I being heard twice, people? Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings, by the way. Oh, I know why. I know why. I'm being a silly man. I had it open on the other browser, and I was hearing that, even though I wasn't looking at it. God, it was weird hearing myself talk. Okay, officially started. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. Welcome. I feel like I have been doing Sundays. I have not. So I'm back to doing Sundays. We have a mystery guest. It is going to be lovely. I have a blind flight in front of me. Looking forward to trying all of these. I have no idea what they are. Well, but as you know, if you've seen this before, I don't like to keep people waiting. Mystery guest, are you ready? Give me the thumbs up. You are ready. All right, make sure I'm doing everything right here. Ba-da.
Hey.
Hey, Brian.
And go panic. I mean,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm sure some of you know who these people are. You may. I think you do. But they're very popular in the YouTube community, the WhiskeyTube community, I suppose. They are the Likes.
Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, well, I like to have everybody here. Like anyone who wants to come on, basically. Just hang out and have some whiskey.
Yeah,
makes it a little easier, honestly, to have a guest, because then I don't feel like the guy who's just talking to himself the entire time.
That's hard to do. Like when we're on and Dan walks off and leaves me alone in front of the camera, I hate that. Like it's very nerve-wracking.
I try not to do it very often.
Yeah.
Type in chat.
No,
Go ahead.
You drinking anything yet, Brian?
Not yet. I'm about to pour it. I want to do at least that first. Posted a link to your YouTube channel.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Oh, you don't need my help. I know that. It's like 1 to 1,000 in like 2 months or something. How do you think that happened on your end?
I mean, honestly, just we started a little different. We're already, very close ties with everybody in the community.
Yeah.
So really everybody, as soon as we started, everyone just kind of sent people our way. And then now we're at a point like about a little more than half the subscribers are from Discovery, which is good. People find us, but we got the good start just from them.
Already being friends with everybody in the community.
I was talking to David from Shelf Church. They hit their 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in 5 months. Talk about fast. David and Kira, 5 months.
My brain always goes to, I don't know what it is. My brain is not a good place to be sometimes, but I've seen all these new channels start up last year and then just blew past me. I was like,
Well, maybe it has something to do with their channel did good and ours started off fast. It might have something to do with having a pretty female on screen. So,
well, I know having just more than one person helps. Like someone else helps a lot.
That helps, and I think the fact of our collection is really is it.
You guys get the good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the collection.
So while you're good stuff, doing your stuff and talking, I'm pouring Julie and I
A
match. I'm gonna pour A off camera over here.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna.
So you
we're gonna drink, but you're drinking.
Very careful to keep the bottle off camera here.
Yeah.
Nothing to see. All right, I just poured A, so I got to wait.
I am honestly. We've been talking about this for really a few days, Brian. I'm super excited. Number one, to be here, but really for you to get to try some of these bottles. So
yeah, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. And you know what? Be honest. You've seen us. Look, we've trashed bottles that we've paid a lot of money for. So if you don't like them, just simply say, well, I poured you a lot more than me. Simply say you don't like it. And that's
I
okay.
will. I know. Julie said the same thing earlier when she got in touch, and I was like, "Look,
I doubt that's
I'm
going to
not
happen
gonna.
tonight.
I don't think it will, but I will say if I don't like something, and in my brain, me not liking something is just someone else who enjoys that kind of thing. It's more.
You will. They may not be your favorite, but there's nothing here you won't
Yeah,
like.
we
I
didn't
promise.
make the whiskey. We
Yeah, so
just,
it's not hurt our feelings.
I mean, we think
Well, we started our own distillery. This is
Origins
what we
great,
have.
but that's just our opinion, and that's just an opinion.
Yeah.
Opinions are that, it's my opinion, and I don't think very much of myself, so why should anyone else?
Well, that right there is a problem.
That's the
You should
problem.
think,
Yeah,
oh, that right there is a problem.
But you should. That's a real question, right? If you don't think very much of yourself, why should anyone else? So you can just phrase it differently. So you need to start
Right.
so everyone else will. We already do. So you're just behind the curve because we already think a lot of you. So
That's right.
Stop it.
So
you're in the minority.
we don't send whiskey to people we don't think much of.
If you don't agree,
No.
if you don't agree that you're something special, then you're just being argumentative. You just need to jump on board with
Dan
it,
likes a good argument though,
You
so
can-
you can have at it. I'll just sit back and watch.
It's like self-deprecating humor is my way to deal with my own issues. I don't think I'm terrible, but there's always the I could do better or other people do better, just that kind of thing.
You know why he gets it? Because he lives with me, and I do that all the time.
Ah,
So, yes,
that must be thrill. It must be a thrill to live with. That's why I live alone. Okay, I'm gonna try and look at comments while I'm at it. Hello, I didn't say hello to everyone.
How do you say
12
that?
people in here now.
Zenbot? I
Zen
think
Bood.
it's Zen Bood. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to. You know me.
I assume. I never asked.
Zen Bood. Thank you very much
Don't worry.
for welcoming us and saying
Yeah, welcome.
things
Zen
about
Bood,
us.
Scott Moody, Jim Morris. Well, I got to scroll these fast. John
Sugar.
McKellen, One Mo Cast, Scott Pigsley,
One
Sugar
Mo
Kitty. Hello, Sugar Kitty. Alex Brie. Still not to say
Sugar
that.
Kitty. Feels like we haven't seen Sugar Kitty in a few hours.
Just a couple hours. Yeah,
It's a little while ago.
I'm alive.
Barely.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys did last night. I peeked in from the beginning, and I was like,
It actually, for us, Brian, it actually about halfway through the stream, we're only going to go on for 2 hours. We ended up going for almost 3.5. But it started off very calm, and I was even thinking, I was like, man, for us, this is a very mellow stream. And just about when I thought that, current changed a little
I
bit.
swore I was not getting drunk. I do that every time we do a live. I'm like, I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm not saying any bad words. I'm not getting drunk. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to talk over you. I do all these promises, and then it's like the third drink, and then I don't remember.
You know, it's bad when we had, I think, 11 bottles, 12 bottles or whatever brought out for the plan to pour, and then 2 hours later, I had to go pull more bottles off the shelves and more bottles off the shelves to have more to drink. So,
Well, there's the problem right there. He shouldn't pull out 11 bottles to pour me to begin with. So he asks for it.
it's weird when you start doing the streaming stuff. You're like, I want to keep going. I want to have more, and then gets
here,
it
it
can
looks
get
like
ahead of you.
I'm smelling A, honey. So.
Yeah.
I am.
I was rewatching it today, and I was like, I got to like
Never
2
rewatch it.
hours and
Never
15 minutes, and then I'm like, I don't remember anything after this, and I really didn't
Oh, it's funny.
remember much.
It's
And I was
funny.
like,
We
"That's
got a comment.
bad."
Josh Randall sent us a message this morning. He said he was rewatching the stream and he kept looking at it, thinking, "Oh, I must have been asleep or I don't remember this." And then he would see his own comments in chat.
Yeah.
He's like, so obviously I was still here, but see,
There's one of the instigators
yeah,
right
Alan
there.
Rubin from Alec Bradley
Alec.
Cigars is here.
Alec.
What you've done.
Alec Rubin, sorry, Alec.
He instigated a lot of my problems that I had today.
Mhm.
Anyway, what do you think of that nose there? Ryan?
Yeah, tell us what you think.
Well, I think I've been influenced by some of the stuff that was donated lately. I thought it kind of reminds me of something. And I can't tell if it's a Buffalo Trace thing or Weller. I mean, same thing. But the first thing I thought was Weller, which was weird.
Do you want us to just shut up when you say something or tell you if you're
No, don't tell me anything. I want to know it.
You got it.
And I'm not good at guessing games anyway. For whiskey,
Either
it's
way.
just, do I like it or do I not like it?
Hey, I see the bottle sitting in front of me and I could still get it wrong.
Yeah, I've known
I'm
that.
staring at them and I could
Actually,
still
then,
guess
can
them.
we write down what he said? Well, you'll remember. I won't
Yeah.
remember, but
I'll remember.
I can't say anything, but I want to say something because
Just wait till later. Oh, he can hear you even when
I
you
can't.
whisper.
He didn't hear that.
I heard a whisper, but I don't know what she said.
You didn't hear that.
Okay.
But just remember I said that.
Okay.
Oh, there's trouble. Hello, Cheech.
Going in for the smell. Going in for the
Cheech?
taste.
Troublemaker. I'm waiting for Cheech to blow past me and sub soon. I know he will. He can do it.
Buddy Cheech would be exploding if he was. He's just on it. That was so late. Although half the country, that's early.
Yeah.
It's
Plenty
just,
of people from Australia.
yeah, I mean, our community is like,
Yeah, half the world.
but he's he's on a very late time slot, but fantastic show.
With mine, I'm trying to get some of the people from on the other side of the pond over here, and it happened. Like, what was it? Friday. I had two people stopping. It was Roy from Aquavite.
Oh wow!
And No Nonsense Whiskey. They both showed up near the end, and I said, "Why are you two still awake? It's late." But that kind of thing doesn't happen if it's 10 p.m. or 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Although I know that would be a better time in general, because I know I had, what was it, 2 weeks ago? God, time flies. I got a whole bunch of donations one Thursday at 8. That was crazy. And again, that was just because I was doing drums and dram slots. Hope he's well. I haven't heard much from him, but I know he's doing, he got married, so.
We got married, so.
Never coming back.
Busy. So, well, I just had this the other day.
Okay.
Remember?
You can
I
still have
forgot
it again.
that I
I
had
poured
that
you a
the other
healthy
day.
pour there.
Well, of course, I love it.
That smells good.
It tastes a little.
I haven't had this.
tonight.
Doesn't matter what it is. Julie happened to have drank it the other night. Before that, it's been months and months since I've had this.
I know. I offered to pour it for
Maybe
you.
even half a year, maybe longer. I don't know. It's been a while.
That's the only hint you get.
That won't do you any good. It's not a real thing.
I'm getting a lot of baking spices on it, which I enjoy on bourbons. All right, I'm just going to drink it. I won't think about it.
Go for it. No,
Yes,
I'm not gonna
Cheech,
say
I
nothing.
would be okay with that potential audience too. I guess can't really complain about that.
How?
Plan it. You'll get them too. You'll get them.
Yeah.
Weird. I thought raspberries for a second once I took a sip.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah,
our raspberries off of it.
I've had that happen before. It's like, not with this one, but occasionally I'll think raspberry and I'll immediately think about, what the heck was it?
Well, that would just be red fruit, right?
Yeah, but it's like fruit leather strip things when I had when I was a kid. And this weird specific, it was raspberry. It was probably a little flavored a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was good. Made me think of that flavor taste thing for a second. So that was fun. I don't think I've ever,
Hey,
or
Marty.
rarely that happens. Whiskey Nose, are you going live tonight? I assume not. I think you said something
He
about
was
not.
live last night. I was watching
He
him
was.
here today. And I'm sorry, Marty. I was watching our live from last night, and I saw you comment a couple of times and invited us to come over there, but we didn't see it last night. I
Just
saw
on
it
the replay.
today, just on the replay. It's just we missed. I don't know how we missed it because you said it a couple of times, but I guess, well, if you were watching, you know how we missed it because we had quite a lot to drink.
It's not hijack his show here.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll forget. Sometimes we forget we're on someone else's show. We'll just hijack it. So you just need to shut us
That's
up.
all right.
Start
No,
doing
believe
this.
me, I am fine not to have to talk during one of my.
Say,
streams
guys, can
for
you
a little
like
bit.
be quiet?
Shut up! It's my turn to speak. No,
That's kind of what you have to do with us. If you
I
haven't figured it out
understand. Yeah, I've had no. Actually, so far it's been pretty easy. I'll say what I want to say so far. But again, normally if I do a stream, I just have to keep talking the entire time. So it's nice to just pause and enjoy the whiskey.
Well, that won't be a
I will
problem.
forget to do that.
We have to do that to each other all day. Like, Dan, just shut up. I'm talking. Julie.
My boss
Yeah,
years ago
shut
when
up.
I was in my 20s, he told me if I turned my mouth backwards, I'd eat myself alive. I talk so much.
It's quite the statement. It's hot. I don't know if it's just me because this is the first whiskey I'm having today, but I always get this right here with whiskey.
Yep, I got that today. But
This
I
is a
think
little higher proof. No, this is immediately. Like every time I take a sip of whiskey, the first time it just goes, and it burns right there.
Yeah, I had heartburn bad yesterday, so I
it's
ate
hitting you.
so much Pepsid yesterday.
That's when I was there.
Oh, yeah.
There's something about mouthwash you accidentally drink too.
He swallowed it.
You know what? Maybe that's a cure because I had real bad heartburn and I swallowed the Pepsid with mouthwash on accident, and I didn't have any heartburn the rest of the day. So it might have been the combination of the mouthwash.
Yeah, even though it says on the bottle, "Do not drink." Well, I'm not going to listen to that bottle. I'll do what I want.
Yeah. As soon as I did it, I was looking over at Julie. I was like, I just chugged this.
Whoops.
mouthwash by mistake.
Yeah, it's right here. My family has like a medical thing here. I've had it checked. It's nothing serious, but I always get that with my first sip of whiskey for whatever reason.
You look amazing tonight, Julie, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
looking over there. I'm like, man, look how pretty she looks. And I realize she's sitting right next to me, and I'm like, oh, I can just look over there.
It's funny because it's true. I
Very
can tell.
sweet.
It's like, why is she with that dude? Look at that. I was like, oh, that's me. Alec, I did. Hold on a second. How did you know I smoked a cigar and then went running? Oh, because I just posted that video. I just made it public. But yes, I smoked a cigar as soon as we woke up, and then I smoked the Bourbon Junkies Pinkies Out, and then I went for a run. But I just posted a 4-minute video on our channel about how I recovered today versus how Julie recovered, and it was very different. I went running, sweated all out, got in the pool, chugged some whiskey. She stayed in pretty much the same place.
I just ate. Brian can verify that. I literally was eating 10 minutes before this show, trying to force myself to get food in me.
Yeah.
So,
Alec, I've smoked cigars while I've run before, so
I can see it running down the road. I was like, what the hell? Oh, you look like a train.
I mixed whiskey in my Gatorade. You look like a train. That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this. Let me know what it is.
Yeah. So you
wanna know?
Wait, I don't
Yeah.
want to wait.
Well,
Do you
hold on.
want to
Okay, tell
know before you go through them all?
Yes, he wants it. We talked about it before. He's going to reveal, which I think is better. Reveal one at a time. But Julie wanted to say something to you about your initial comment. So help.
Well, I thought it was good that you said it reminded you of a Weller because
You called it as Buffalo Trace,
It's
which was
Buffalo
fantastic
Trace.
call, and you called that on the nose.
and that was fantastic.
And very similar mash bill. It's not a wheated mash bill, but the proof is 100. It is a bottle and bond whiskey, but it does. I agree. It drinks a little warmer, especially at first bumble. What you were drinking right
But
now?
wait.
What? Why?
Yes,
He asked. It's his show. It doesn't matter what you want, Brian. It's what Julie wants.
It's
I'm fine with that.
I want a little more information, and he knows me well enough to know that this is
Here we
what's
go.
going to happen. So, right, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So, give me more of information. All you said was this is good, and you want to know, like, what did you like about it? Do you like the proof? Do you like the color? Do you like?
I know it's bourbon. That's what's kind of like the first thing I imagine. I'm like, I know this is bourbon. I'm probably gonna like it.
Okay.
There's very
Do
few
you
things.
prefer
that I don't
bourbon
like.
over rye?
I don't go for
or
ryes,
whiskey?
but I like high rye bourbons. If that makes sense. I like a little bit of spice. This one isn't as spicy.
Do you like high proof or lower proof?
It actually depends. I've said for a while I like high proofs, and this is right in the area. But I found once I get closer to 60, it becomes difficult to enjoy easily because whenever you take a sip, it just goes and you're like, oh, that's good. I'm gonna wait another 15 minutes before I take another sip.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I like to pace myself, but when it gets really high, it's kind of more of a struggle. Same with peated scotches. I can enjoy it, but it's not something I'm like, I'm enjoying this. This is nice. It's more of a ooh. I'll wait 15 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Are you ready to know the bottle now? Can I do it now?
Do it.
You're drinking E.H. Taylor 4 grain.
Oh my God. 4 grain.
4 grain is what you're drinking right now. So
I wish I had guessed that.
Stuff. We just opened this bottle not too long ago.
We opened that bottle to pour it for you.
Yeah, we finished our other bottle and then we opened this to pour for
Because
you.
we had just a little tiny bit left in the bottle. So I decided to pour it for myself when I was pouring your flight. And then we just
Yeah, check. Safety first.
Yeah. So
and then I saw it the other day and I was like, ooh, I want that again.
glad you like it.
That is one of the I said on the channel, E.H. Taylor is something I like. Like the just the small batch is the only one I've had a bottle of.
Which is good.
But I've enjoyed it. And I was wondering why I liked it so much initially. I was like, oh, this is almost familiar, and I like it. That explains it.
So, did you save any of it or did you pour the whole?
Oh God, no, I would not. I've learned just to pour the smallest amount. So there's maybe half of this almost I poured.
Okay.
And that's being
So
put
make
aside
sure
with a
you-
cap on it so I can compare all of them near the end.
Make sure you write it on the bottle.
Were you the other one?
That's a good point. I should do
You
that.
killed that sucker already. You're way ahead of me if you drank that already.
It's me in a whiskey
Yeah.
glass.
Pour a big glass.
That's the only way I'm going to feel better is if I'm drinking.
Sugar Kitty asked the question. So does that have some wheat in it?
I'm gonna sip
After
on
all?
this in a minute.
Same
Well, I can give you the same glass.
slow sipping.
Don't read aloud like
This doesn't work.
Very pretty.
That doesn't work.
On the fresh glass.
What is-
Oh, you know what I need to do?
He is, yes, you're on the fresh glass for this. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. Definitely want a fresh glass.
We're going
Can't
fancy. We're
wait
going
to
fancy
see what you
glasses.
think of this
Slide
one.
this over here. Don't look.
Fancy?
Whoa, somebody might have seen that. I'm watching the camera to make sure.
I didn't see it. I was looking at the other
Oh,
screen.
real fancy glasses on this one.
And we said that was E.H. Taylor 4 grain?
4 grain.
4 grain. I was going to write it on
And
the
it's 100
thing, and then I realized that I can't do that because of my brain and my handwriting. But now I'm putting a list to the side so I can save this and look at it later. If you know the channel, you know me, I have things in my brain that don't work so good. And in this case, it's like if I write anything down, first, atrocious handwriting. Second, I will lose it easily. I always lose things.
So Sugar Kitty says it does have some wheat in it. Does 4 grain have some wheat in it? Oh, it does have
No.
wheat in it. Yes, it does. 4 grain.
I know. That's not what I said. I said it is not a weeded
Mash
mash bill like the Willard
Yeah.
is.
But it does have wheat in it, yeah.
Apparently, you are always fancy. So this coming.
Thank you for reminding us of that, Sugar Kitty.
Yeah,
Very
very
make
good.
sure I have these little caps.
It's Alex's favorite. He just said,
Alex are always fancy. You wouldn't have thought I was fancy today. I was dying on my couch.
We all have our days.
yeah.
All right, going into pour number B. Number B. You heard me.
B, we just poured it.
We did.
Color looks different. A little bit. Side to side, anyway. Show to camera what color.
I will say I would be sad if you don't like this one.
Does that mean it's old Carter?
No.
I will tell you that. I'll give you that hint. It's not Old Carter.
Okay, good. No, I just remember I think it was oh God, long story. Whose channel was it? I won something, or I didn't win something. Mash Bill won something and sent it to me, and it was you guys who were doing the donation. So I got something from you a while ago, and I said,
Oh, you got an Old Carter, I think.
yeah, send whatever one of your favorites was, and I think it was that old Carter.
Barrel 23 is what you
Probably.
got. Mhm.
Yeah, I will say yes. I have no idea. My memory doesn't work.
I
did
remember.
enjoy it.
You got it. That's what you got. It's shocking that I remember that.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
it's
what
not.
you
You
got.
always remember stuff like that. Why wouldn't you? You remember things like
I
that.
remember he got it and Katie Turk.
Now
got
this
it.
one's very different.
Yeah. Eh.
I want to study his face and watch this one.
See if the mustache twirls or something. It's almost got a perfume thing to it. What is going on?
This is one of my favorite, one of both of our favorite whiskeys. It's up there in the top. We don't have favorites really, but this always would be well up there.
As weird a thought as this is, it smells pretty, which is an odd statement, but that's where I went. That's making me think of like
it is
a light perfume or
beautiful.
flowers. I like that.
Flowers, do you get floral? I get a little floral on this
I
too.
get a little floral on it for sure.
For sure do. Sorry, I was trying to get your show to pull up on my phone so I could have it here. It's not. There we go.
I have a habit of not doing like specific notes, but weird memories. This is reminding me of some kind of flower. I don't know what it is. That's near the front of the building. When I walk past it, it smells wonderful. So it's making me think of that. I should find out what flower that is someday. It's like a flower bush. Let's figure it out someday. But it's big. So once you walk past, you're like, oh, hi. Oh, hello.
What's it look like? It's got like a bunch of little petals, or
It's one of those cone-shaped ones. So it's cone-looking, but it's all flowers. And it's kind of pink. You know, that's how
Don't
much
know much
attention
about
I pay to
flowers,
things.
so
I can't help you on that one now.
No,
ignore Alex's comment down there, Julie.
I will have to look at it at
Press
some
the
point.
bottle plug.
That's your empty. Glass you can slide over here. No, don't. We're good.
As long as he's talking about himself and his dad.
So what do you think of this nose
Okay, what do
versus
you-
I'm still drinking the H Tail. I need to move over to
I
this
just
one.
have to drink it. I can't wait any longer. But
So,
you should just
I
drink it,
100%
you know,
get
it's
with
so
you
good.
on the floral. Especially when you compare it to the first one. You got a good nose here because that's a. You called the other one as.
Guess what I get on this? I
I
bet
hate
Alec
to
can
hear.
guess.
Man,
It
as
smells
good
good.
as that other bottle is that we just drank. This one's
This is another hitter.
far
Oh.
superior in my opinion.
All right.
Alec, we're trying
There
to
you
focus
go.
on these hitters, Alec, with Brian, so we will not be chugging during these bottles. Are just too nice for that.
Brian, do you bottle chug?
I've said on this channel I will bottle chug if someone sends me one donation of $1,000. Funny enough, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And with that rule in place, I don't have to worry about it anywhere else either.
Well, you know, Brian,
I had a
don't
hard-
be so sure of that because
I had a hard,
these
fast
people
rule.
are pushers and they will change things.
I had a hard rule against bottle chugging unless it was the end of the bottle, right? Like if it was the last few sips, of course
Yeah.
I'd drink it that way. And that rule has gone out the window.
It's faded a bit
since you've been doing these lives.
Yes, that little shot of courage doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
but for me, it's I've had alcohol problems in the past, and too many times when I was drinking too much as a young man, and a lot of it has to do with like self-medication and stuff. So any kind of excessive drinking in my end, I just actively avoid it. It's not like it'll get out of control, but I'd rather just stay as far away from it.
Right.
And honestly, it's really hard
avoid
when you're drinking a bottle to judge how much. Now I see some people pour and they're barely drinking anything. They just hold the bottle up for a while, but
yeah,
like I didn't like my last couple of pours. I mean, we looked at the bottle afterwards. I'm like, okay, that was way too much. Where it's in the
Mistakes
glass.
have been made.
Yeah, it's like
thankfully I won't remember them. Yeah.
Alec, the Nasif is effervescent. I don't think it is, Alec, but this is.
So what, did you taste this yet, or are you still nosing?
I did.
What do you think?
I think I need another sip.
It's fair.
I have it's not a rule, but I try not to think about the first sip too much. I just want to enjoy the experience. And then the second one is where I start to dig into it a little more.
Sugar Kitty, I can promise you our bottle chugs had nothing to do with like stall at all. I don't know what that's about. Nothing.
Yeah.
Ours had nothing to do with it. Ours had to do with my first one was when I drank the Tabasco or whatever it was. Was it Tabasco? Was it Dickel? When I drank that, I had to chase it really fast.
Was it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and chase it with something, and then who knows after there.
I don't think he started that, but I think a lot of people do it. I was talking to the Sugar Kitty comment. This is nice. It's got a nice.
No, I think
a little drying effect, and
people have been bottle chugging for as long as I've been drinking whiskey.
Oh God, yeah,
20 years ago, 25 years ago. But I know
it's nothing new. It's just
heavy bourbon. Heavy bourbon made a big deal out of it and has the bottles, with his 2 o'clock chugs and all that stuff and all that. So made it a little popular recently. But I mean,
I'm not against other people doing it, but I like with the hot butter rolls of Scream in particular, since I'm modding there, I always just type in please drink responsibly every once in a while, and hydration is key, just for fun.
Yeah,
just to try and be that guy. It's like just for
you.
I've seen.
Please be careful. Please be careful.
And I've always appreciated that. So
he made the funniest comment when you posted it the week before, where you said drink responsibly. He's like, yeah, and here's the thing. Don't.
Yeah,
right when you do
that
it,
was
so
funny.
The way his comeback there.
I like this. It's got a nice drying note. It's nice and sweet. It's got some brown sugar notes and cinnamon notes. It's lovely. It's a lovely bourbon. At least I hope it's a bourbon. If it's not, I'm very confused.
It is.
It is.
Actually, everything you're drinking tonight is bourbon. So
okay, I had a feeling that was like my default, but
everything.
We'll tell you that, and there's no old quarters. How's that?
I know with Drums and Drams, we sent each other a variety of stuff, and I was just glad he liked what I sent him, especially the Maker's Mark.
The only hint I'll give you, if you were at a decent bar, hotel bar, a nice place, had nice bourbon, and you ordered these pours, you'd be spending, depending on the bar, somewhere between $800 and $1,000 on these 4 pours.
Yes, that
At a
is
bar.
one of the things I thought about when we were going to do this. I'm like, I don't know what they're going to send me, but it's going to be something I can probably never get again. But I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I do
Well,
like
this
this
one
one.
I can just savor this one. I'm drinking
Yeah.
for it. This
You
one
know,
I'm going to hold on
trying
to a little bit
just
because
little
this one
sips.
I don't know, it's good. It's freaking good.
It is good.
Very unique.
Do you get effervescence, Brian? Do you get effervescence? It's there. Nobody
I
else.
can get that. Like the kind of like from I don't know, like soda water or some kind of carbonated drink.
Yes. Yes.
So
I know
let me
some
ask you a
people say-
question.
Jason
What
gets
would
it.
you
Hey, Adam.
what are you thinking about proof on this one versus the other one? Not a trick question, just asking.
It feels like it's less, but considering the first one is 50% and the first whiskey I've had today, I can't really. It's
Yeah.
not
So, you know,
hitting the
it's fun-
same.
I figured you would say that. To me, I 100% agree that it drinks lower. It is slightly higher. It's 107.6, but
I've had those.
slightly. It's only 7%. But to me, I 100% agree with you that if I drank these two, I would have called the 4 grain as hotter easily.
Yeah, that's
it
why I
is-
don't guess proofs usually, because I had when I went to Irene's on Friday, the first thing she gave me was 62%. So
Ooh.
I didn't even ask. I didn't even look at it. She's just, here you go. And I took a sip. Did not drink like 62%. I had to check. I was like, oh, this is really good. It's probably around 50 something. I looked, it was 62.
So do you have any kind of it's okay if you don't because we wouldn't, but do you have any guess on what a distillery might be for this?
Distillery? Ooh.
That's a tough one.
I just asked. We would
Yeah,
get. Well, no, he got Buffalo Trace by the nose.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't trying to guess that.
But he
Yeah,
got
you're
it.
right. That's true. That's true.
It's a blind shot. My brain just went for it probably because of what I was looking at earlier. Is it maybe Heaven Hill, but
Nope.
no, I
So
don't think so.
the next, I'm about to show you the other bottle if my wife is okay with it.
I'm not because you haven't really said much about the taste.
I never said
Did
much.
you mentioned 10 different
You did?
notes on it? Yes. She's not. She's
I was
she's
too
listening
busy.
to herself and reading chat. She's ignoring you. I wasn't.
I haven't even. All I saw was Adam come in, and I said, "Hi, Adam." That's it.
What are you doing? You're not
I
listening
was
to him.
busy tasting the effervescence of this.
Yes.
whiskey, and I was
Yeah.
daydreaming. I was just like in my head about that.
Yes, you can very easily zone out from what
Okay,
everyone
so
else is doing.
This bottle, which you'll want
I
to
haven't
say is
said
part of.
this.
Okay, I'm going anyway.
Okay. go
You're
ahead.
drinking Four Roses Al Young 50th
Ooh.
anniversary. Is
I
what
should
you're
have known
drinking
that
right
one.
now. Which is why I said savor that last bit of this.
Oh, yeah.
One of our favorite bottles.
That's got to be
Wait,
Fantastic.
what?
my brain.
Top
Hold
three.
So
Four
hard to say.
Roses.
It change all the time, but this is always, if someone just asked me to list favorite bottles I own, this one's going to be in there somewhere. I don't really like ranking them.
That I had a birthday cake made that looked just like that bottle for Dan's, but
Yeah.
that's probably more because it was 50th anniversary and it was his 50th
Yeah, for my
birthday.
50th, there's
so
a cake.
it wasn't because it was
She
one
had
of
a
our favorite
cake. I
bottles.
posted a picture of it, but she had a cake made exactly this giant cake. And it had all this same wording on the back, but mixed
God.
in some stuff about me in the cake.
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
geared
it's
towards
incredible.
Dan.
Funny. Aged
I didn't
50
write
years.
it. So
So,
cake decorator made that up. about
you know,
it.
it's funny. Out of these, about 2 of these 4 bottles that we poured for you tonight, I won't tell you which the other one is. They're all delicious, but 2 of the 4 always end up in my top bottles. In fact, one of the ones you haven't drank yet always end up in my top 2 pours I've ever drank in my life. That one's upcoming still. You have not drank it yet.
He watches all our stuff. He's gonna know now.
It's okay. You can guess. don't
You said
get that much.
that one was Four Roses. Say it again.
Al Young is Four Roses 50th anniversary. Al Young. You just call it Al Young. Whatever it'll. So you've had the 4 grain and the Al Young. And
What's funny is, well, for one, I knew what it was, but I really like Four Roses in general. I would not have guessed that. I don't know why I said Heaven Hill, just because I'm thinking of I was looking over Pikesville earlier, and on Instagram I'm trying to find out Pikesville to tag them, and then it was like, oh yeah, that's Heaven Hill. It's like, God damn it, gotta tag Heaven Hill. But Four Roses has been something I really enjoyed, and I had one. I have one somewhere, unless I drank
I
it
got
all.
glasses. Tons of them.
Well, let's say I had. That was really good.
These
Recently.
next 2 are getting fancy glasses too.
A booyah.
These next 2 are getting some.
All of them are gonna get things.
These drinks tonight deserve some bougie glasses. So
I only have one fancy glass, and I didn't bring it.
you don't have to use one. But
You don't have to use fancy.
it's okay. Pouring this
Checking.
offline. Oh, look at that! Slide the bottle out with no one seeing it. Perfectly done.
I don't see anything because I'm looking down.
You couldn't have seen it anyway. Before we started, I made sure the cart I have it on is out of view.
All right, I'll tell you the Four Roses I really liked. Like, it was shockingly good. All I know about it is it says RS71-1A. And it was some kind of special Four Roses pick. But I wrote that down just so I can know in the future that that might be a sweet spot for me, because I was absolutely flabbergasted about how good it was.
Yeah, I agree. Sugar Kitty, the floral notes, that was the big clue with me.
That's surprising. I don't usually get floral notes off Four Roses, but that one especially was just beautiful. Like I said, it smelled pretty.
It does.
I don't think I've ever said that about a
tastes
whiskey.
pretty, too.
All right, going into pour.
Yeah, you can take it off now.
I know it made such a difference.
You know, if you were leaving it for a while, it would have made a difference.
No, we did a video on that. And we said it didn't. You can't change your mind now.
I was making fun of people who do it, actually.
We're not making fun of anybody at all.
I was.
Ever.
That one looks a hell of a lot darker than the rest so far.
Yes, it is.
Our opinions on Cream of Kentucky, the
Depends on the year. 11
Yeah,
and a half,
the 11 and a
11 and a
half.
half we like a lot.
The
And
12 we
like.
the 12.3. That's our favorite, isn't it?
Was
Yeah.
the 13.
The 13 is not so great.
It's all right stuff, but we have all three of them. We like them. So we've gone through a couple bottles, I think, actually.
Yeah, the first two are really good.
So this one
Really
is
good.
darker.
And we
Good
do
call.
have all three.
Good call on this one. It is darker.
It's a little more aggressive.
I get so much out of the nose on this bottle. This bottle's fucking fantastic too. There's so much on the nose here.
Part
I'm
of
not
it.
gonna say
Looking
any
forward
of
to
this. I'm not
Oh,
gonna say
Q
any, but
yeast, Sugar Kitty. Okay, good to know.
I know which one it is.
I think it's so good.
it's very, very, very good.
This one smells hot to me. The other two didn't really. This is the exciting part of the streams where no one says anything. That's how my streams are, or I'll stop talking and just be doing this.
None of these are really hot. This one I'm going to tell you it's almost the exact same proof as the last one.
Like, Sugar Kitty is so smart.
Probably needs just air.
The last one is we did put the highest proof one last, which you will get.
Okay.
By it, that's the next one's substantially hotter. Well, as far as proof, but
So it's
anyway.
Q yeast that has the floral notes.
There you go.
I tried to remember all of Four Roses. It's 15 different recipes, right? Sugar Kitty, I think,
We don't need to go through.
or 16. I tried to remember those like 2 years ago when I was first learning about whiskey.
I can almost smell the char on this one.
That's you. That didn't work out well. There's Katie Turk. So Katie Turk got that old Carter Barrel 23 sample too, Brian, that you got.
I think you sent me a Cream of Kentucky as well.
I think we did.
I think we did.
I think we did.
Because you said that, like I've had that. I don't remember who sent it.
Do you remember?
Hey, the
which year it
lesser
was?
of two
You don't
Turks is
think
here.
No, the greater of two
where's the other
Turks
Turk?
has entered the ring. The,
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
best Turk.
Julie and I share the Turks.
We don't. We just split them down
We
the
split
middle.
them down
We
the middle.
don't. We don't share
and then
them.
we like cut. Okay, when you share a steak or a pizza, you split it and you share it. So we split the
Yeah.
Turks. Share the Turks.
I do that all the time at restaurants. I never eat the whole damn thing.
So I'm dying to think. What do you got? Anything on your nose here other than the fact that it smells a little hotter?
I said I can kind of smell the char, and there's a bit of brown sugar, like a
Good call.
the brown sugar
I might
is more
smell-
prominent than usual.
Definitely. And I guess since you're not guessing that way, but this one, I get that. It's probably to me, like one of the heavier caramel smells that I get out of bourbon. And just that the oak in here is spectacular. It's like, something's over oaky sometimes. Like I'll give you an example, like Elijah Craig 18, like smells over oak. It doesn't smell really good. But then sometimes there's an absence of oak, like in the younger whiskeys. And to me, this is just like if someone was looking for an oak taste or to bottle an oak taste, like, oak smell, it's just perfect. This is what you would want to describe a perfect bourbon as. The nose on this is it to me.
Ah. I haven't figured out what my perfect bourbon is yet. I know ones I like, but I don't know if they're perfect.
The nose, I think so.
Chanel.
Well, the other one that Al Young's a blend of different ages of whiskey, which is why you don't get like
This just isn't my all-time
this one?
favorite anyway.
no,
So
you like it though.
I like it.
And the more
I
you
do
drink
like
it, the more you like it. This one's every time you drink this, you liked it more than the time before.
Well, that's true.
Because your
I
palate
need
has
to drink
developed
old.
from not
That's
liking
true.
this.
That's true. So there's 10 recipes. Sugar producing.
Whatever. I know how Four Roses get into all that stuff.
I'm gonna learn it all one day.
I don't
I looked
want-
it up.
If I had to sit
Just
there and
for the
know, I have a
knowledge.
friend that knows all that about Four Roses. Like I will quit bourbon before I get detailed into it.
It's
It
interesting.
takes, to me,
though.
it takes all the enjoyment out of it.
Not me.
Well, the only reason I want to know
Yeah.
anything about how to put this with bourbons in general, there's a lot of like numbers and letters and stuff. And this is the first time I've ever written down something for Four Roses, just knowing that RS71-1A means something. It like talks about where it was in the rick house sort of
Yeah.
thing. That's all I want to know because that was an amazing Four Roses I had. And it was like a sample pick from someone. So I don't know if I'll ever try anything like that again.
Did you
But see,
pour
then
this
the
yet,
next
Brian?
time that you
I had a sip of
find
it.
a
Yeah.
bottle and you know, oh, somebody tells you it was in that general area of a rick house, you'll know that you would probably.
I'll be very interested.
Right.
if I see that, it's like, okay.
For that knowledge.
But we're
matters.
past Four Roses now. We're on to something else.
No, but we're talking about why it's good to know knowledge.
Yeah, well, you missed your chance. You should have done that while we're talking about Four
I
Roses.
missed that chance.
Drink the damn whiskey.
Years ago.
So now we're drinking a fantastic bottle here. Julie's just slamming these.
Katie, tell Ethan he doesn't have to.
Look at this. She's just
Don't
like,
tell him Dan's here.
Okay.
there's
That is good.
the real Turk. The imposter was here before.
She's like,
Oh, there we
We
go.
don't have the real Turk. The Turk. His sidekick showed up before him.
he said I'm boring. Fine. Sorry,
It does
Brian.
have a good-
I won't insult your guests. I will not insult
No,
your
no.
And
Go
today,
ahead.
Turk is your
So
guest.
collectively, we
But
love the
next
Turks.
Saturday.
Like together, we love the
Mhm.
Turks.
Remember.
Separately, we love a Turk, a piece. But together, we love the Turks.
You don't have to love everything.
Secretly.
I've learned one thing about being online, having to deal with like social situations, just for me, because of the way I am and stuff. I don't need to like anyone.
Ethan
I
says
try
80%.
to, but I don't have to like anybody I ever meet. That's one of my things is I can only deal with so much, and at some point it takes very little for me to switch off. But I'm not a social person to begin with, so
Well, is that why you're doing WhiskeyTube? So you can
Yes.
socialize without.
I can socialize in my own comfort, like right here in my own apartment.
Well,
And then
I'll-
when you're sick of people, you can just hit a
you
button. And
invited
be done with them.
us on the show, and we can make you feel uncomfortable.
No, I always feel uncomfortable. Don't worry.
Okay.
That
Oh, there
doesn't
you
take
go.
anybody. That doesn't take anybody
So
else.
We can take you
So,
to
Brian,
levels
not that
you
I'm-
just don't know.
Not that I am
exist.
here to give advice on that stuff, and it's the last thing I want to do. But part of my job has always been, used to be years ago, was train salespeople. Then beyond that, it was training, training managers and now higher level managers and motivating and things like that. I got mainly numbers now, but I always convince people like that. I wasn't. I was not like always a confident person. Like it's like fake it till you make it thing. Like you got to lie. You got to lie to yourself and then start believing your own story. And then at some point, you get past it. I made that joke on my stream last night that, I'd walk into a place like I own it, even if I've never been there. And heck, one day you may own it, and just, I started believing my own bullshit after a few years, and then confidence became easier and easier. And of course I was much younger, but at some point, if people just aren't, there's some bad people out there, but for the most part, you got a great personality, you're friendly, you got a lot to offer.
Yeah.
So
Working on it. I have to be careful. I know exactly what you're talking about, that feeling, which you just described. But in my case, it's almost dangerous since having the bipolar 2, it's like the switch. It's like you can actually watch some of my videos. That's the funny part. People don't know, but I do. When I watch videos when I was in a manic state of mind, it's like I'm a completely different person almost.
I've never met anyone like that who can go from.
No, I'm not. Okay, he's joking about me.
I didn't say you were bipolar. I was talking about they go.
But my mother is.
Manic. But,
And
and it's not genetic or
it's
anything.
not.
So no, not at all.
I'm going to literally stab you, and it's not from being bipolar. It's just from being angry. It's just pure anger.
But no, but like
No.
the real deal, I switched from like being worried about people like disliking me to now I just make them dislike me. So at least I know it's intentional. It wasn't by accident. So when people dislike me now, it's for good reasons.
So you're literally making me dislike you on purpose.
See,
There you go.
she can't.
I know, like in 2019, I was pretty out of it. I stopped taking medication. I started taking medical cannabis to try and help deal with that. I felt great. It was a great year, but there's always a price and there's always a crash. And that happened at the end of 2019 when I had to euthanize my cat because it was too sick. And then 2020 started. So that's when the switch happened. Like, crippling depression, loss of pet, etc. But I got through 2020, so I don't know what else is going to cause me problems after that.
Well,
so, and thankfully, the whiskey community was a great part.
We know that's a real thing, and anything you can do to keep yourself positive. Like this bottle of whiskey you're drinking right now. You already know what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. It's very good. It's kind of.
You were drinking just a little bottle you may have heard of, Pappy Van Winkle 15 year.
I've heard of it.
So
definitely heard of it.
That's what we poured you tonight. Fantastic.
I hope the Turk being in your stream doesn't ruin it.
This is either. Hold on, I'm trying to talk about the bottle now.
Sorry.
This is most people who drink these. It's going to be either your first or second favorite bottle in the Pappy line. 15, probably most people's favorite. The rye, if people have had a chance to do it, would be the other one. But fantastic bottle. Hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite so far?
Good question. It's a toss-up at the moment. I do like the Pappies, but I don't know what it's. It's I don't want to call it stigma, but I watched that.
It was free for you.
It was free. I'm not going to complain about it, but I know
complaining about a free.
No, I don't. I'm not
sorry. We both interrupted him. So.
I'm not complaining about the Pappies itself, but that I went off on a rant on Friday where there was that video, the Pappygate video, talking about the guy who did it.
Yeah.
Or one of the guys who they thought who did it. And I go off because during that video they're like hauling away bottles of Eagle Rare, and one of my favorite bottles I can usually get pretty easily is Eagle Rare. And after I saw that, I was just like, God damn it, why do they have to bring all this back? It seemed like the Buffalo Trace thing was just starting to calm down, and me getting to the fact where I realized, I like Buffalo Trace products. No,
I'm going to show the cork, and if anybody in chat can guess this last bottle by the cork, do not say anything in chat. Just guess it to yourself, because some people can. This bottle.
Well, we'll let them guess before we show the bottle.
I did tell you there was one bottle left that is one of my top two. Ooh, I poured a healthy pour there. For
Ethan,
Julie.
I'm just hungover.
Do not mention what you guys think this is, but this is
nice.
One of my top 1 or 2 pours of that I've ever had around. Probably not number 1, but it's certainly
up there.
2 or 3, I would say, because my number 1 and 2 are Michter's 25 and 20. So, but this would be the one right underneath that. And I'm sharing it with you because you're a good person.
You've lost your mind. I mean, thank you.
And we're drinking out of a fancy glass here. So
yeah, I got my Glencairns. That's about as fast as I get.
Let's smell that for a second. What?
I'm just reading comments, and I just promised to be nice, so I can't say.
I think that the fact that he's suggesting I give you a hug would make you happy. That'd be a good thing.
That one did make me happy. It was the one after that one. Yeah, I can't say anything.
Should I time him out?
I'm going to write him down. I'm going to.
I can time anybody out.
No. Oh, I could time him out because I'm actually.
Yes, you are.
I could log in and time him out.
Right whatever you want. You have
so
the power.
Here, Brian. Let's get back to whiskey for a minute. As you smell this one, if you don't like the smell of this or the taste, I'm gonna need you to lie to me. Since I sent it to you.
I do like this.
Don't make me think I wasted it. So just lie about the nose. The other ones I don't care.
Hi, Whiskey Mounds.
Hello. What do you think on this one? I know you love this bottle. So.
Hey, Adriana.
What do you think about the nose?
I
know you love the bottle.
Oh, it's heaven.
I love how in this StreamYard, you've been a guest on it, underneath the right where your picture is, where you bring us into stream. It reminds you. It says everyone can see and hear you. It's like this constant warning up there that
you're being watched.
Yeah.
Not to say anything that you don't want heard. It's pretty funny.
I get floral on this too. Do you get floral on this one, Brian?
Not on this one. I'm thinking of like a forest. Funny enough.
Yeah,
I've done that
I
before where I feel it's usually a forest in the rain sort of thing. Like it's just stopped raining and you kind of walk through it. There's a word for it. What is
That's
the
a
word?
beautiful thought. And drinking this makes.
I forget what the name is. It's actually there's the name of that.
So I actually get oak, very similar to the last one, maybe even a little better. A little bit of cinnamon, which is weird, which I don't think I've ever got on this before.
Well, the fun part about doing stuff like this is we've tried 3 different things, 3 amazing bottles, of course, and then you come to the last one and things are just slightly different instead of it's this than the first one.
Now, this is substantially proofier than the other 2.
It's the proof on that.
That's funny. I don't smell that way. It feels a little sharp, like my nose is doing that little
120
thing.
128.10. That may have also given someone else a clue, but probably not.
Well, it doesn't really smell like
So
that.
you
Like
mean
this one
proofier
seemed more. Seemed like it was higher proof to me.
25% proofier than the 4 grain. So
Jeebus.
Julie would probably say something like 68% higher, her in her math, but it was 25%.
I wouldn't even attempt to do
What do
percentages.
you think of the drink there since you just tasted it? What do you think?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, but more specific.
It's burning my throat right now.
That sounds wonderful. God,
I like
good.
the oak on this one. Like the smell.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's very mellow oak. If this makes sense, it's all there, but it's mellow, right? Like it's got a lot of oak, but it's a very mellow oak. It's
It
not
doesn't
hard.
drink like what you said either. Like I just took a sip and I can feel it as usual, but not the kind of like the gut punch. It's not giving me that, oh shit, I need to be careful with this. Because like I've had Knob Creeks that are 60%, that kind of thing. I'm looking at Whiskey Mountains.
I'll give you a little hint, and the only hint is the year. It is a 14 year, so a year younger than the Pappy you just drank.
Well, I was going to say I get way more oak on the Pappy, but I mean, I way more than 1 year difference.
The finish on this bottle is sickening. Like we could put a timer up, and sickening in a good way. It lasts a long, long time.
It does. Well, so far it does. And this is it's got a little, I want to say orange zest on the nose as well. To me.
It's crazy when you drink. Okay, so you had 4 grain first, then Al Young, then Pappy 15. And to me, there's only a few bottles that you could blind against those. I know you're blinding and we aren't, but that could stand out among the pours we just had. And in my opinion, this stands out. Like you take those 3 and you go, okay, this one's different. Like this is in a different tier.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I don't know if I'd say different tier. I mean, it's with bourbons, that the one like horrible problem I have. It's not really a problem, but it's sort of that default. That's one of the reasons I, kick myself when I do a lot of bourbon videos. A lot of it's brown sugar, caramel, sweet, a little bit of oak, and I feel like I say that all the time, but it's true. A lot of bourbons have that.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like that when I say caramel.
Yeah, but
Caramel
hey,
and
Brian, can you
vanilla,
do me
it's
a favor, just because I
standard.
can't see it real good, my eyes are blurry all of a sudden. Can you just highlight Ethan's comment just for a second there, Ethan Turks? Just because I need to just read it.
No.
Whiskey Mountains one or something?
No.
No, Ethan Turk.
No. No.
Just because I need to read it again.
I don't know where it
Which
is.
one?
The last one right there.
The one that
yes,
where I'm having a moment.
yes, where he,
and I'm
yes,
taking
where he
it out on-
highlighted, where he mentioned Whiskey Mountains in his
Okay.
post. Yes.
Let's see.
I'm not taking it out on Brian's viewers. I'm not having a moment. Me and Ethan.
Ethan, here's what it is. It has nothing to do with you. It's just someone that, because I happen to like you, Julie.
No, it's
wants
because
me
he
all to-
likes you.
Julie wants me all
He
to
likes-
herself, and she doesn't want me to like anybody or anyone to like me. And when that happens, which is rare that anyone likes me, but when they do, she wants to make sure that doesn't happen. She wants to make sure that doesn't happen. Where I support her, if somebody likes her, I'm like, good, that's nice.
I'm not seeing it. I see this one.
It's okay.
If anybody believes that
I wouldn't like me necessarily.
thank you, DC. Now I have DC and Katie. Thank you.
There you go.
For example, DC
I'm
likes
so
you.
sorry
DC,
that
you're
Brian's
close.
having to endure this and Brian's people.
He knew what
Okay,
you-
I got some amazing whiskey in front of me. I'm not going to complain.
There you go. So look, perfect.
I do too, and I'm going to start
Ethan,
saying
here's a-
more of it now because
Actually,
You're in the
Ethan,
same
here-
room, so
Hold on. If Julie, give me a moment. Here's a exact point here. DC and is very good friends with Julie, and I'm happy about that. And it doesn't bother me. I don't hate DC because he likes, he's friends with Julie. However, Ethan Turk happens to like me, so Julie hates you because of it. See, it's just a difference
I
of
don't
opinion.
hate. First of all, I don't hate anybody. No one in this world.
doesn't
do I
really
hate.
hate you.
It
He
takes
just
a
hates
lot of
you.
energy.
And secretly, I love Ethan Turk, but I don't want him to know it.
Secretly.
So I'm going to need you to rewind this and delete that out.
Great.
So,
That's how live streams work. That's exactly
somehow I'm going to need everyone to forget that I just said that, especially Ethan Turk.
I found out a while ago, you try to edit anything that you've live streamed and it takes away the chat.
That's just the alcohol talking, Ethan. You did not mean that. Just kidding. So no, it's a little thing between Ethan Turk and Mike Meyer and and now Zach Jones.
Hey, let's just go. Take a deep breath like this for a second. Go and hold it in for a while I ask Brian some questions about the whiskey.
Go for it.
No, you hold. Just take a deep breath and hold it until I'm done talking to Brian about the whiskey he's drinking. So Brian,
she's like this far.
Taste. What notes do you get from this other than you got? I know you got the forest and all that stuff from the nose, but you got that. You said you got. What did you say?
I haven't said anything so far.
Yeah,
I know that it's got
one comment on that.
Did I? Already
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
It is oak forward. It's a little dry. I do enjoy it. It's got. A little bit of the tongue tingles.
Yeah, I do.
It's not too much.
There you go, Julie. You can talk. Go.
Effervescence?
I don't know if I say effervescence on this one. This is reminding me of.
You said tongue tingles. That's effervescence.
Tongue tingles for me, it's more like a prickly sensation. I guess someone was just going.
Yeah.
Effervescence.
See, he went and you went like bubbles. So it's different.
That's okay. That's like Webster's and Merriam.
No, that's not. You didn't mean to say what you said.
I probably didn't. I think it's Webster's Merriam, isn't it?
That's the same.
I know. That's what I just said. Webster's Merriam.
You meant to say like Oxford Dictionary,
yeah,
Webster's Dictionary or something.
When I get that, I usually equate it to spices, so cinnamon spice or cinnamon sugar, even something like what else? What's the one that I brought up before in my head? Like,
how would we know that?
Is it clove?
Ethan types like you. He has to go back and change things.
No, he goes back and corrects it. I don't correct my spelling. When I spell
If
something wrong, Ethan, I
say that word.
I just tell everyone else they're reading it wrong. I don't go correct mine. If I typed it a certain way, that's the way it was meant to be typed. Damn it! And if the word's spelled differently, then they messed up a long time ago. They should spell it the way I type it.
You should call Webster's.
Maybe. Anyway, so
while you're there,
your bottle
to add some extra explanations about effervescence.
We're gonna talk about whiskey for a second. Hey, Brian, the bottle you're drinking right now, King of Kentucky, 2020 edition.
God.
So.
Oh, and Zenbo, thank you for saying that. We're happy to support Brian.
So, now that you know what it is, what do you think? So this one is 2020, 14 years old. So it was bottled in 2000. Well, it was barreled in 2006. So this is actually barrel one. So there you go.
Spicy.
Good stuff here.
Yeah. I've heard of King of Kentucky. I've never actually expected to try any of it. What? What do you?
I'm not talking to you.
Why would you not be talking to me? I just wanted.
I'm not talking. You know what? I'm only talking to Brian.
I just wanted Brian
and Adriana.
I was just trying to
Katie
get Brian a second to talk about his own stuff. If it was okay with you to let Brian speak on the show for just a second. That's all.
And one more cast.
That's all. Anyway, how could you be mad at me for that? Anyway, so that's what we're drinking.
I like. These are like the things that I've heard of, and that's it. As I've heard of them, never expected.
Well, now you've had them all.
Yeah.
So Whiskey Mountains. Sometimes I do things just because I love Julie's looks, and even when they're not good. This is a true story. Sometimes I go back and watch our videos or our streams, and she'll tell you this. I turn all the sound off, and I just drag my finger across the speeding forward and watch her face and her animations and her hands moving and the face she makes, and with all the sound off. And then I come call her over, and I was like, "Look at this, look!" And we have fun doing that. So.
Is today the same day Katrina hit New Orleans, and that because they're getting hit by the?
I knew it was close.
I didn't know today was the same day.
I had heard that, like that blipped across my radar briefly, but I
Oh
wasn't
my
sure.
God.
I didn't look into it. But yeah, it's like, hey, hurricane. By the way, remember later, like 10 years later, that kind of thing. Another one. David Geschke, hello.
So this is Brian's flight from the night. Those of you jumping in right there.
Whoa,
See these. Dun, dun, dun.
Because I can't handle my whiskey. I need to add water to it.
You can add water to anything. You can drink your whiskey like you want to. Oh, there we go. 16
I
years
can
ago.
handle drinking it. It's
No,
fine.
no.
I just can't handle the amount that I drink.
Yeah, Julie can
Yeah.
drink some high proof. Julie can drink. Honestly, depends on how you define out drink.
Thank you,
Like,
DC.
if you could drink faster than me, other than when I'm chugging a bottle, but typical drinking, Julie will drink more. And now handling the effects of that alcohol,
No.
completely different story. So
Yeah.
out drink me in that way, no. But as far as just keep drinking, when I slow down a little bit, she 2 to 3 to my 1 typically when we pour, but which is probably why she
That's
can't handle the
very
effects of it.
true. You can tell I drank too much after 4 drinks. I
But
think
even-
I can tell Dan drank too much 3 times in
Like-
the 27 years
Yeah,
we've
like
been together. And
in every stream, she tells me how you guys heard it last night. Every stream, she tells me how much drunk I am there. She's like, "You're drunker than me." You're drunk. I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." True story. Yes, ma'am. I am. I just nod my head.
Well, the good thing is I didn't get that weird note on any of these.
Well, good.
There's one specific note that I still haven't quite figured out what it is that I get from some bourbons. Every time I do, it's it's not terrible. It's just
Or
off-putting.
line, or have you noticed any correlation with anything?
The only thing I can say is I know exactly where I get it from. Like the first time it really like stuck out, and it's when I was drinking Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, and I'd put ice in it, and it would water it down, almost like it was just Evan Williams, the black label, and it's very prominent in that. I don't know why, and I found it in other bourbons occasionally, only occasionally, thankfully.
They have moved experience from there, yeah.
No,
I don't drink Evan
what
Williams
distillery
anything.
is that? Is that
You're right. I'm saying I don't drink it ever.
it's Heaven Hill?
Yeah, they have that, and we went to the Evan
That's
Williams
I bet
experience.
that's
But I answered you.
okay. So but that's all I need. So Heaven
You know how
Hill
rude
has
that
that
was?
funk.
I
I
said
know,
an
but that's
extra
because I'm so
sentence.
mad at you, and so I
But
don't
you
want
don't
to be
remember
nice to you.
what for.
No, I do.
Tell us all.
So for yelling at me for asking Brian or asking saying something to Zen Food about thanking us for helping Brian
No.
when I'm saying something. See, I remember.
You remember.
That's all the information you
First
needed to
of
know.
all,
You just needed to know that I remember. But I
First of all, I
remember.
didn't yell. Second of all,
So-
you were doing it while Brian was
That's
talking.
your-
It could have
your-
waited till
your
Brian.
way of
It could have
yelling.
waited till Brian wasn't talking to do it. But it was very nice what you said, even though you interrupted someone to say it.
Okay,
It was
that's all
still
I need
nice.
to do. Say now I'm not mad anymore. See how
Okay.
easy it is to make up with me.
Yeah. I got a lot of
I was
practice.
never really mad.
I got a lot of practice. Brian's like, "Well, who the hell did I invite on my show?"
No,
Oh no, I know exactly what to expect. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure you watched the first live we did with Matt, right? You did because we were giving away all
Yes,
that right?
that was in your
everything you needed to know.
Look what your
the
friend
Giga
DC
Bar.
says.
Everything you needed to know, and you still invited us on.
Look
So
what your friend DC says.
I have some great screenshots, but
I bet you do.
I am sure DC has a whole
DC makes the best
Big
memes and has the
Julie
best screenshots.
file on his computer and screenshots.
I do.
And they're being saved.
I started. You guys saw that one. Some of you saw that one short video I did with that schizophrenic psycho song that I took some pictures of her and put it to that psycho song, which was great. But I actually wanted to do a long video of just all her expressions, but it's way more work than I want to do. I was like, this is way too much work, taking clips out of 20 different videos.
Mm-hmm.
So decided it wasn't worth it.
Ethan
I've been
called
telling
it
myself to do that for a while. I want to do like some bloopers lineup, but I don't want to do it at the end of the videos. I just want to take a bunch of the videos I've done, like just the raw recordings, and take out the bloopers because there's a lot, and then put that up because I need the space. I need to get rid of all of them.
That would be so funny.
Oh yeah, Matt Porter could do a whole thing just on his outtakes of his videos.
One
Fun thing
more
about
class,
videos.
don't
Brilliant.
encourage that. You were my friend. Oh yeah, DC was my friend too. Okay, so now which one can you say was your favorite? Like if you put them in order,
Well,
although it's subjective now, like or it's tainted. It's
not really.
they are.
Like
No,
I
those
have a. I'm trying to like don't tell me numbers. Like don't give me dollar amounts, and I'm okay because then I can be, separated from it a little bit. And
Yeah, who cares?
I don't equate cost to quality.
You shouldn't.
But when I hear some of them, it's like, God damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, so they were okay. Well, here's the deal: they all cost you $0, so
Yes.
it should be easy to rank for $0. Of course, they're all worth it. But if they were all the same price, they were all just as easy to get. What order would you rank them in?
I know I really like the Four Roses. That's going to be the hard thing to beat. Like I just tried another sip, and I was like, oh yes, this is good. So I'm just going back and forth between all of them now.
Whiskey Mountain, we can't do a blooper roll because our entire video is a blooper. Our entire live is one giant blooper.
I bet she's got some funny ones though.
But she does.
Out there on the mountain.
She puts a few in her videos usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the
We
one she put in
saw
her video, but she did like
a side of
entire.
her. One time we were
reel of
watching.
it.
What were we
They're
watching?
pretty
We were
funny.
watching. I think we were watching. What were we watching? Livewire Whiskey or something.
It must have been Livewire.
There was one day she was on there and she was
Oh
just
my
trashing
God, we
everybody,
were
and we were
She was
dying.
trashing you.
Me too.
Yes, it was
But
so
she
good. I
was just
like,
taking
she
shots
is-
at everybody, and I was like, she is so good at it. We
Because
just-
she's sneaky with it. You don't see it coming,
yeah.
and she does it so straight faced, and she just like says it.
She just took everybody
Matter
out
of
like
fact,
a freaking
and-
machine gun, just everybody in a stream.
But it was so
Thankfully, I wasn't there for that. I hope.
mellow tone. It was
Yeah.
great. It was brilliant. So I was in awe.
I don't mind getting taken out when it's done. Like when it's done well, I appreciate it.
She's a scientist, after all.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. Science. This is so complicated.
Oh, it'd be hard
Oh
for
my
me,
God,
even though I love
Shayla does have good bloopers.
This would be
Man,
hard to
she raps.
That's why I don't like whenever people ask me like, what's my favorite whiskey? I mean, I can probably pick the best I've had ever, but as far as ranking, it depends on the mood, depends on what you're eating with it. Honestly, depends.
Changes.
These taste completely different. If we had paired them in a different order or paired them with something else, they would taste completely different. So it's so hard to.
Except the Al Young. The Al Young would always be the same to me.
That's a meaningful bottle for a couple of reasons for me too. It's like, so honestly, so is a Pappy 15 because they were both not these bottles, but my first bottles of them were both Christmas presents from my lovely wife Julie on the same year.
What happened to her?
I got Al Young. She merged with my bitch ass wife. They became one. She's still pretty, but damn, she's evil. But anyway, I got both those on the same Christmas from her. So that kind of
Those are good gifts.
was good stuff. I agree. And I had never had either of them. So even in a taste. So that was nice to have.
I feel like we're doing science right now. I'm just like separating the vials and trying to figure out which ones. I got caps on everything. That doesn't help.
No, right there, it really doesn't. And if you're like me, it's like there's something you like better. Like you may like the nose of one better or something about it, but the actual flavor of the other one better. So how do you rank what ranks more? I always say you got to go with flavor over nose because that's what you're buying it for.
You're paying to drink it.
Yeah, so
I go with my like knee-jerk instant response as much as I can. Where, how do I describe this? It's you like it instantly. Like you take a sip of it and you love it. You like it. It's just that's the first thing that happens, and then the rest is kind of trying to figure it out.
And that's really what you should do. Your first things be, do I like this or not? And then afterwards, my problem, and probably Julie's too. Well, she's got more problems than I got, but specifically on this, the reason I do so poor on blinds is because when I drink something and I like it, I spend no time thinking about why I like it. Right? It's just, oh my God, this is good, and I just drink it the next time. Oh my God, this is good. I don't spend any time thinking, what is it about this bottle that I like so much? So then when I drink it again, I necessarily recognize it. I'm too busy enjoying it to like dissect what I like about it usually.
I think when you do that, You end up ruining it.
Well, Alec,
you don't like it as much.
Alec was telling me from AB Cigars that sometimes that happens to him with cigars because it's his business. When he smokes, sometimes he catches himself just dissecting the cigar so much that he can't even enjoy it. And he even said, hey, I wish I could smoke them without doing that. Just enjoy a cigar without thinking about everything about it. And that's how I am with whiskey sometimes. Just want to drink it. I really don't want to think about it. And sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the history. I like knowing the history about it, the story behind the bottle, that. But as far as like most of the notes inside are bullshit anyway.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it's memory. I don't mean that in a bad way, but the notes, really, your notes are largely bullshit because they're subliminal, right? It's something that it reminds you of, something that happened in the past, something you tasted before. It's a moment or a feeling or something you've ate. And so it may be different for you than me because it may bring up a memory of kind of like smells do that too, right? It's they have memory to them. So you're associating it with something from your past, not really necessarily what's in it.
I always say I'm not really good with notes, but I have these. I don't want to. The same thing you were just talking about. There's like times and moments and specific things that happen that I can suddenly get pulled in when I'm doing this. It's like it brings in memory.
That's the fun part about whiskey. I mean, it brings you back to tons. You know, you can tell where you were when you smelled that. You'll remember where you were when
like those flowers. The flowers I said earlier, that was really random. I was like, oh yeah, it smells like these flowers that are out front.
Well, and you do get totally different things. Like, what were we drinking last night? And Shook.
Fuck, we drank everything last night.
That's true. But you and Shook got the same thing. And then like he said, it's not nearly as sweet. And
yeah, we both
I
thought it
was
wasn't as sweet
thinking,
as last one.
The whole time I was drinking, I was like, this is so much sweeter.
Well, that was because we drank a bottle of sugar we drank light whiskey first, which is just sugar, and then went to a bourbon, and then so it pulled all the sweetness out of it. And then when you could drink the bourbon, it was like, whoa.
But the point was that like people get different, different tastes on it, like you said.
People have different taste than people. Except for everybody.
Obviously,
everybody
you and Ethan would totally.
No, everybody would like you. I mean, everybody would pick you. But other than that, what are you trying to get?
That Joseph Magnus. And is it raining? Why does it sound like it's raining? But it's sunny outside.
It's air conditioner.
No, I was going to say, to me, it's always raining in Florida, at least at some point.
It does.
Every
afternoon,
day.
almost. So. But not like rain like they get in Washington. Like here, it's sunny. It'll be 95 degrees, sun out, and just pouring rain.
I have distinct memories.
The problem is it evaporates.
Florida.
It's 100 degrees and the concrete's 115. So when the rain hits it, it's like steam coming up from the ground, evaporates as soon as it hits. It's awful.
Disney World. That's where I've been a few times in Universal.
One of these, or you want some different?
We're just walking around outside, and then clouds, boom, rain, then it's gone. Everyone needs a poncho for about an hour.
That's how it is here.
I'm sure they'd rather you stand up and get this bottle with those short shorts you got on, but I'll stand up with my short shorts instead. What did you want?
Joseph Magnus.
I mean, at least you guys are wearing pants, but
yeah, sometimes
I am wearing pants, and I could stand up.
I was wearing
you were just
blue
right
pants
there
on Dave and Kira's show, and someone said in there that I was wearing boxers. They were definitely not boxers. They were actual pants.
You're wearing shorts.
I know.
Yeah,
but somebody said I wasn't. But I was definitely wearing shorts.
And it wasn't Kira?
No, she was saying, what the hell are you wearing? Because they had a tie in from the string, so it looked kind of weird.
Those are good shorts on you. Those shorts look great on you.
These look better, actually.
Everything looks good on you. Sorry, that was just...
You got sidetracked.
Yeah. For a moment.
I was going to say...
Bathing in each other's beauty for...
Tell people about the thong collection that Dan has.
Anyway,
you still have another flight.
You have two more flights or one?
No, he has one more flight. He's already done
Which
flight?
Which one do you
Elijah.
Yeah, the MGP Goodness flight you have is a fantastic flight.
I'm looking forward to it.
That is a fantastic flight as well.
Good one.
You will like this one.
I'm sad that this one's over, though. I was excited for this one for you.
I was just
all good things, as they say.
Yeah, well, we wanted, we want people to be able to taste this, and some.
Oh, Adriana wants to know if you have an order. She's at work.
Oh yeah, she's still waiting on your order. Thank you, Adriana.
That's what I'm mulling over so hard.
You thought we were going to let him escape without it.
No, I'm looking between them all, and I'm trying to think, just going back and forth randomly. And at this point, I'm looking at which is the lowest, and trying to be like, all right, I've drank that much of that one and that much of that one, and trying to see if there's any correlation at all as to which one I like more. So far, the one that's got the most out of it is the Four Roses, and I could very happily put that at the top without.
I hate to think of a flight that I would put 4 grain last in, but this would be it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I'm putting it last, but even liking E.H. Taylor and everything, and having all these other ones where it's just like crazy, bonkers stuff. I'm like, well, although I could probably afford to get that one at any time, while these other ones definitely not. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I'm leaning towards that, and I don't like the fact that I am, just because.
Got to pick something last, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
I don't
pick
want to put any of the other two last either because they're crazy, like Pappy's, and what was the other one I blanked out? King of Kentucky. Neither of those do I want to put last, and at this point, I'm just debating which is going to be second. And that's the difficult part.
Well, I'm sorry. I was looking to see what I would do in this situation.
The chaos part of me just wants to mix them all together.
It's nice not having to pick which you like best.
Yeah, well, as soon as I heard Four Roses, like shit. now I really am going to focus on that one.
That's not just any Four Roses, so I agree. That's
No,
hard. That's like I said, that always ends up in our.
I think we would
Top
have
it.
a different order. For sure.
Yeah, and
DC, you like the hangover cure, Julie and mine? You like that? It was just a 4-minute video of how we recovered today, our different methods. Julie laying on the back porch, me smoking a cigar, running, chugging whiskey, and her just laying still. Except for she got up one time, walked around the kitchen, went right
And then
back.
come
In her
on a
same
live
clothes.
stream and then drink some more, and you're okay. So
Thank you, DC.
I was not well until now.
they call that hair of the dog.
I smoked a cigar and drank before I ran, and then the second I came back from running, I chugged whiskey with my water. And then
Examples of both situations right here.
yeah, and they both worked. But
I might have to do that later, like mix a little bit of all these together. Just to
yeah,
see
but
what happens.
you know, it's funny when you have
Oh,
a
now
lot
that
of
doesn't always work, Brian.
No, that's
And
why I'm
Dan
just
can-
scared to do it.
Dan can vouch for that if you mix all hitters together.
Yeah, it collapses.
no, I mixed King of Kentucky with Four Roses and Pappy. Matter of fact, those three in one of our streams, and it tastes like ass. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But you know, when you have you have a decent sized amount of bottles there, and like, you know, you'll find yourself like you just forget you have something and don't go back to it. And that's kind of what happened to us with like the 4 grain. It might be close to a year since I drank it before tonight. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had it. And you forget.
It's been a while since I got the H. Taylor small batch because I can't find them around here, and that was a donation from Schwagner or the mash bill in December, and it didn't last more than like 3 months, if that.
Yeah, we'll go through bottles. Like,
That's
why haven't we drank
those are
that? And
so
then we'll
good,
be like,
too.
there's no reason we didn't drink it. We just didn't drink it because we haven't seen it in a while.
I don't drink them because Dan put them up so high. I have to climb on the bar to get them. He was
I
smart.
put them up so high so she would climb on the bar. Number 1, because it's hard to get. Number 2, because I like watching her climb on the bar.
So cute.
But yeah, we have shelves all the way up to where like the bottle almost touches the ceiling. So in one spot, so you got to stand on the countertop to get to it, or bring a ladder out. But it's a pain to bring a ladder. It's easier just to climb on the counter. Here, I'm gonna drink something different. Believe it or not, I'm not gonna drink something.
Oh yeah, Klein streams tonight, I think.
Is he doing a stream tonight?
Then I think Livewire Whiskey. Is Livewire Whiskey good? Y'all are in here. Are y'all going on tonight? I think. Sorry,
not sure
somebody
what I'm
asked me who was streaming later tonight. So
Well, I
and
know.
tonight,
I was asking Whiskey Knows, and I found out it's Bourbon Night. It's not going live after this, which usually that's when I would stop right before they go live. And sometimes Whiskey Knows goes live at the same time. So I was like, okay, that'll be good. Right now, no one is that I'm quite aware of, at least in my tiny radar. So I was thinking of just keep going myself. Like, you guys can leave whenever you want. But I was thinking of adding another hour, and unless I see something.
Oh, you didn't lock the deadbolts. We can leave whenever we want. The deadbolts.
You can leave whenever you want. I forgot to say that at the beginning. If you want to leave at 30 minutes, you want to leave at 2 hours.
We'll hang
usually
for
breaks
right
up.
I know Whiskey Knows talked last night, only because I was watching it today, rewatching it, and he said Marty said him and Jenny were talking about trying to go on tonight,
Okay.
do something,
Well,
but they're on vacation.
You were killing
That's what
some
I-
whiskey today.
I'm not. I still have some in here. I don't need any.
I said you're killing some just because you're way ahead of me.
I'm drinking the same amount you are.
I've
Oh,
kept
but
an
I'm
eye
smaller
on-
than
I've
you,
kept
so
an
that
eye
might
on
not
I
it.
tried to explain this to her last night. It's kind of like eating. When we eat a meal together and she's like, I can't believe you're eating again. I'm like, you weigh half what I weigh. So if you and I are eating the same thing, you're eating more than me. like for your body. I have to eat more than you to eat the same. Same thing with drinking. I have to drink more than her to be drinking the same as her.
Adriana, you're a scientist, so somehow
That
I need
100%
you
makes
to
sense.
scientifically
She knows I'm
make
right.
this not make sense. Somehow make Dan's explanation not
Has she
make
told you the thing about her name?
Mm-mm.
Like she likes to be called Adriana, I think.
They better, yeah, she's not going to respond.
Okay, Adriana.
By the way,
I'll
Braun Brothers,
send
some of the
you
best.
to,
That's a delicious
Knob
MVP
Creek.
right there.
Hold on, let me zoom in on you.
I don't know if you can see it. It's Nodder Bourbon from Braun Brothers.
Can you put it closer to the camera?
No, see if I get close to the camera, I
then
gotta
we'll
like wait a minute.
Oh.
We of course you have to go like.
Oh, I love that. I love when it does that.
Braun Brothers. Not our bourbon is how they came up with the name because it is sourced. So not our bourbon.
Oh, wait. Somebody was going live. It said.
Yeah,
you missed
whiskey.
it.
He said live wire whiskey. I didn't miss it.
Oh, we didn't miss it. Okay.
I read everything.
Adriana. Oh, DC Adriana. Oh,
What?
she said I'm right no matter what.
Yeah, of course.
I
There you
love her. I love her.
Dude, you're gonna get fired from your job if you really believe all that nonsense you're
You're
spewing.
not. You're going to get a raise. She's getting a promotion and a raise. She's going to own that company. She's going far.
I think.
Ethan, the regular Braun Brothers, it's so. This is really the only product I'm a monster fan of.
What
It's
is-
so good. What is
All right,
what?
I think I got it. I
That.
think.
I don't want to say it because I don't know what it is.
And don't.
Okay. I won't.
Anyway, but I actually haven't had a regular Braun Brothers in a long time. I think it's a 12-year or whatever. But it's
I
been
didn't
a
know
long,
there
long
was
time.
one.
It's been a long time since I've had any of that. We're in my podcast gear tonight just because we're only September, October, November, 6 months away from Whiskey Weekend.
Only.
Yes.
I know I'm doing something crazy in October. That's it.
Sugar Kitty.
I can't
I'm
even
not
say
wrong.
that, but he's
Caloric
right.
deficit makes a difference. But anyway, I'm not wrong. But it's okay.
Can you say how DC said Adriana's name? Awesome or on? I can't say it. It's not because I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. I promise. I just can't. My mouth
No,
doesn't.
that's your last drink for the night. You're drinking water after that. I tried to say that last night and it didn't work.
Can't believe you just said that.
Oops.
Oh, I'm the one.
This isn't
He
a good
just-
swirling
he
glass.
just-
It just swirled over my laptop.
Okay.
Not a good
As long as the
swirl.
laptop doesn't explode, you're good.
Yeah.
It's a MacBook. They can't barely handle a drop of water. But alcohol evaporate really fast. So.
Thank you, Sugar Kitty. That's good advice.
So
Still didn't do an order yet, did you, Brian?
I'm trying to figure out if I have
Take
one. I
your
think I'm
time. You're
close.
good. Don't rush it.
if we were on my
that's
channel,
like-
Sugar Kitty, I would say I never quit when I'm behind. But since we're on Brian's channel, I won't make any innuendos or jokes like that. Anyway,
All right, I think I got it.
I said I wouldn't do that on your show. I wouldn't even pretend to.
So it's going to be, and I knew this was going to happen as soon as I started to hear what some of them were. Funny enough, the last one we were talking about, sadly, is last for a reason. Not because it's there's not anything wrong with it, but because the other ones are so what they are. So it went B, C, D, A. Yeah.
BCDA. So it is Four Roses, Pappy, King of Kentucky, and EHL or 4 grain. That's as good as any order you could come up with. I mean, it's nearly impossible to rank. So
I like the D, but there's something in it.
no, I get it.
Throw
It
me
does
out.
have a different. Honestly, it tastes aged more than it is, and maybe that's it because it does have a little bit of a little funkiness in it, which I happen to like.
I found my
Picking
taste.
Al Young first. I mean,
Nope.
that's on a long list of people's favorite bottles
I would
they've
pick
ever
Al
had.
Young first. I
Yeah,
know you would.
I
No,
find
I-
I default to sweeter, kind of
It's hard for me to
spicy
take it over to
bourbons.
Kentucky, but I love it. You know that.
I know. We would all have a different order, but I would pick Al Young first.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard for me to pick anything over it. Al Young, I told you, it's my top couple of favorite bottles ever.
Mhm. I can see why.
I love it. It's just, I don't know.
But
Who
I'm
knows?
also not surprised. I'm not surprised that it went Four Roses, Buffalo Trace.
Here's the honest thing, Brian. If I did this, I can tell you what order I put them in, and Julie can tell you what order she put them in. But no guarantee if we were served them in a blind that it would come out that order.
That's true.
You know, when you drink them side by side, it doesn't always work that way. So,
like I could try all of these again at some point. It might become different.
Yeah, I mean, my gut feeling is that's how I would pick them. It's at least the order I would go to them if I only had one bottle, but it doesn't mean in a blind.
Ooh, we're gonna have to do this as a blind on a live stream.
Now,
we did the only one that came out right to us that we knew we'd pick. We did the Pappy lineup in a blind.
Did you now?
Just for fun. We've done it a few times, and we know those enough that we end up picking them. We go all the way from the 10-year up, and we always pick the 10-year Old Rick and Winkle last. Right, the 20. You can pick the 20 out. So wherever you decide to put the 20, you can pick the 20 out. You can pick the 23 out because it feels like you're sucking the bourbon through the bark.
Yeah,
the wood.
Yes.
It's so. I mean, you can definitely pick that out. So. It's not. That's probably one of the easier ones to get through. Lot B has a similar profile to 20, just lighter. So the Lot B has it's not as aged as a 20, but it has a very similar profile to it. Soft.
Oh, I love how DC put that. Please tip your host.
Mm-hmm.
Please tip your host.
He knows.
I love that.
As I've said to people before, I don't have a job. This is my job. That's it.
Well,
I haven't had a job in 10 years.
We will tip you.
You don't have to do anything. You're the guest. You're not allowed to tip right now. What you do after you leave,
Is that what guests do? When they go to a restaurant?
Yeah, but they're how are you doing? You getting out much at all?
Me?
Yeah, like out at all. You were
saying before,
on Friday. That was like one of the few times I went out, and there's always. I talked with this about some patrons and people who were concerned about how I feel about certain places, which is. I thank them for that because it's true. I go out places and there's a little bit of that feeling, especially in loud, crowded environments. It's not fun. Yeah, I can endure it, but I'm enduring it, to say the least. But usually I will pick some place where I'm familiar with it. I've been there plenty of times. I always pick times that are least crowded. Hopefully, it helps if I know the people who work there, or like at Irene's store. I know Irene. At the distillery I went to a little while ago. I've never actually been there, but I knew the people. I had met the people who owned it, so that helped. And they had a wonderful big old dog. Oh God, it was so much fun to see that. Like animals in general help me because I can distract myself from everything else. But for the most part, it's not too much of a problem. Huh?
Do you have animals of your own?
No, like I said, I had one in 2019, and I'd had him for like 15 years. I think he was 18 years old. But I'm staying away from having to be responsible about anything else for a while. Until I can, get settled in a way that is functional. Like have some kind of regular income at some point. Otherwise, I'm not. No.
No, I don't. I'm sorry if this is a bad.
No, ask away. I like
to bring it up. Because I don't know if it's a bad subject, but weren't you starting a job?
No.
Not that long ago. Didn't I hear you on the live stream?
I've been looking at getting work through the government. Like they have like a work thingy program where you can they try to get you work of some sort, and I did that right as 2020 started. So that didn't go well.
Long ago, but maybe it was.
I had
to watch a live stream and you were getting ready to start, like you had a position and you were getting ready.
No, I guess never. I had been talking to someone about like the process, and one of the things I absolutely despise about the workforce is doing something you don't like doing, and the fact that when you go to an interview, there's a process and there's this kind of set behavior that you have to do beforehand. I can't stand that. It's like, if you want to hire me, you need to know me. I don't want to come in there and be this. I like performing. I don't like performing to get a job. That doesn't feel right. I want to do something because I enjoy doing it, not because I need the job or need the money. And that's been a problem for me my whole life. And even when I took all
One
these
part you have to
courses,
do what you need to do, and then hopefully the other part comes later. You know.
oh, I've done that. It caused a mental breakdown, basically. So it
Yeah.
didn't work.
For you,
It
it's
didn't work.
a different situation.
So I'm kind of like one of the people, like, I just learned to love what I'm doing, and it ended up like now, yes, Julie, say, Dan, you love your job. I do love my job. I've been doing it since I was 20 years old, but I didn't love it at first. I just commit, hey, this is what I got to do. I'm not independently wealthy. Like, I have to do something. So rather than finding something I love to do, which was hard to do, I just learned to love what I was doing. And, you know,
Is that why you married me?
Oh, I loved what I was doing.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Well, what I found out, like taking all the classes and the interview, and that was what it was. I had to go through these interviews on the computer, as I couldn't meet people in person during that time. And they asked me all these questions. They had me do all these tests. I had to talk to a whole bunch of people on the phone and stuff. And eventually, they found out that I would do well in the entertainment industry. So here we are, entertaining.
Yeah.
And that was again during 2020.
You're with that? Doing good with that, yeah. What? Yeah. Good.
Yeah. And that was again during 2020.
One more cast.
So. Good night, one more cast.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Adriana.
Bye-bye. That's the one thing I hate is when I don't see people leave. But when it's guests, I'm kind of...
Yeah, we do that. We'll rewatch, Julie more than me, but I'll watch part, but Julie will rewatch like all our lives, and she'll go through and like upset that she didn't say. Someone will have asked something and she'll be like, oh my God, I missed that comment. Like really nice comments. You know, you're not gonna talk to everybody, but like there's some really nice comments we would have liked to comment
so
on.
Many things
or something really funny that like, oh my God, how did we not?
So sad or so
funny or
yeah,
witty.
like so kind. And I'm like, how did we miss that? Or like
that's why I try to have them at me. I have the YouTube chat over, well, I guess over here technically, and I try to keep an eye on that. So if I see that orange, the blip like at KillCo Whiskey Musings, I'll try to answer it because it just pops out. Right. And I have the StreamYard chat as well, and I even have the other platform we're streaming on at the moment, chat, which is just Twitch, and no one's on it.
Yeah, we have that up, but I told you it's a tough call. Like people don't go into chat like as you start getting more chats, like people don't go in there just to have you read to them, like read bedtime story, like read chats all the time. But you also want to make sure they come in there to watch you. You also want to make sure you catch what you can catch. It's difficult. The junkies honestly do the best job of that. I don't even know how 800 to 1,000 people. But
I look at the regular chat in there. It's just like, wow, this is intense.
They do their best to just get to stuff. And Dan sometimes, like, you'll comment and you think he doesn't see it, and then 30 minutes later he'll
refer to it. He'll be like, "Oh, I saw you say that."
And
it's like, whoa, it's crazy what they get with 700-800 people in there chatting.
Right.
DC, but that's why people are here now.
And DC, thanks for posting that PayPal link for everybody. So go hit KillCo up. And
the PayPal. There's a PayPal, there's a Venmo, there's Patreon, which people are actually on, which is great. I don't know what
you have a Patreon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a Patreon.
We just sent you a little gift on PayPal. I didn't know you had Patreon. I just sent it to you.
Not to do that.
So that's what I wasn't ignoring you playing on my phone. I was sending you.
I knew you were doing something.
I was sending you a gift. PayPal.
I know. I was like kicking.
She's kicking me under the table, and I'm showing her what I'm doing. I was like, I'm not being rude.
Yeah. Then she showed me. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, trust me, I wasn't being rude. But there.
Anyway.
Oh, my mom just sent me something.
That was really
thanks.
This was fun.
You two are crazy. Thank you. That was insane.
You're crazy. You deserve it, man. Buy yourself something nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'll use something definitely to buy something nice, but a lot of what I'm getting these days is going to the car repair fund. My parents paid to fix my car, and it was like $1,000 something odd dollars. Thankfully, since I started doing it, I got $500 and gave that to my parents a little while ago. So some of what you just donated would definitely go to them, because this is probably one of the few times in my life where I have a way to get anything from anybody. I like to feel like this is the job. I don't expect them to
use it for whatever you need to use it for.
Yeah, because I've never paid my parents back anything because I haven't been able to. Not really, like not since I had a job. And at 41 years old, that doesn't feel great anymore. That's just. But when you're living on disability, that's kind of how it is.
We're laughing at you. We're laughing at Donner Pass.
Yeah, Donner Pass Whiskey's got the best comment I've ever seen in my life.
Man with the banana. I've seen that. I know that.
Anyway, that's pretty funny.
I was talking about, well, I wasn't talking about, but I was thinking about one of the craziest thing that's happened in the WhiskeyTube community so far is people getting so many bottles and barrel picks and stuff. Have you guys been in participants of that in any way, shape, or form yet? Or are you thinking of doing it yourselves?
Well, we've done a few. We did one with Mash and Drum. We
Yeah.
did, and then we did
Bourbon Junkies.
the Bourbon Junkies
New Riff.
pick at New Riff with Matt Porter and Ryan Alves in the Bourbon Junkies. So that one's already out, and then we're waiting on the. We did the Old Elk pick with Mash and Journey. But then we picked a wheated whiskey and a wheated bourbon, a wheat whiskey and a wheated bourbon with Mash and Drum.
Yeah.
And as far as doing one our own, the only person we've talked to about doing it is Gene Nassif from Cat's Eye. And we're anytime we want, we're just waiting for him to get some different. They're just low on stuff. Got Canadian whiskey, so we're waiting for him to get some either traditional bourbon or something back. For us, we want it to be something that we would, support and that we would encourage people to drink. So I'm sure we'll do one.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say DC said something.
So.
DC, my father was a teacher at one point in time.
Yeah, but you do have a very calm temperament.
Alec, you're right. That's my problem with the barrel pick is I will log on and buy every bottle
of
my own barrel pick.
I know.
First.
Yeah, we would keep the whole thing. We just
be...
want to keep it, and then we would give it away.
Yeah,
so
I've had to hold back on that too because there's so many different channels releasing so many different bottles that I have to come in. I'm like, no.
Now, Alec, we could do one jointly. Would encourage me to do it faster. If we do one in, with AB Cigars, I could set one up, and I also we could set up through Ryan. Could do one in conjunction with AB Cigars. That might speed me up on wanting to do one.
There you go.
One we did together.
I hope to get in on barrel picks someday, but only as like a side participant. It's like I'll try it. I'll give my input. I can't buy it, but it's nice to be here.
There you go. Alex says he's in. So yes, you'll be seeing a pick. Dan, Julie, Alan, and Alec Rubin, and certainly Bradley if you'd like to be in. So we will discuss that tomorrow, Alec.
Yeah. See, we're doing the things and the stuff. It's great.
We're just over here on your channel, Brian, making side deals.
No, that's good. I'm fine with that. That's part of what the WhiskeyTube community. It's like making connections you would have never been able to do before. Like I would have never met you guys. I would have never met Scott Stianenda. I would have never met Adriana. ADHD Whiskey.
We're closer with our friends, other than my one best friend that I've had since high school. We're closer with our friends through the whiskey community, like really friends with. I mean, between
them and my best friend. Well, you're not close with her, but my best friend that I've had for 49 years. Ooh. We are closer with the bourbon community than anybody else in our lives.
Yeah, I mean,
and our kids.
There's so many on name, but Matt Porter, Alec, obviously Alec and I mean, I consider Alec one of my best friends. And become great friends with Dan and Sean, Ryan Alves. I mean, I can just keep going, but way better friends with people we've just met from this community than
Ethan Turk. Ethan Turk's our best friend. Katie Turk.
Never actually met them, but I'm sure they would be.
DC, for sure.
Yeah, decent for sure.
For sure. That's not
that's the weirdest thing is just meeting them, like meeting people you've talked to online for these past few years.
You know what's really weird though, Brian? Like we went to Whiskey Weekend in April, and I don't mean this is really weird. So
weird is good here.
Know us from seeing us on live streams and stuff, and we know their names, but we don't know their faces. So it's really weird when people
are you
up to you, Julie, and your Dan, and you don't know who they are.
Yeah, it was,
and it's extremely weird when you're standing there by yourself, like at night, outside smoking a cigarette, and people
stop. Hi, who are you?
Hey, Julie, and you don't know.
WhiskeyTube celebrity. You gotta get used to that.
Like
that's very strange.
When we went there, it's almost humbling. Like I get, people going up to like. The guys who have like real channels, not like us, but
real channel.
Well, we didn't even have one. We didn't even have a channel at the time. So, but like when we went up there, we had people coming up to us telling us happy anniversary, giving us pours. Someone gave us like a dusty turkey, gave us these pours, just like wanted to tell us happy anniversary. And the fact that they knew who we were when we walked in there is just, it was really fun.
So it was our anniversary month, like right before it.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
And they came up and they're like, "Hey, happy anniversary!
but just
Wanted to
such
give
cool
you these
people.
pours."
And then to your
it
point,
was just
meeting
the
people.
coolest thing. But
When we went to
strange.
Matt Porter, when Matt did his World Stop Whiskey Taster, we rented a house in Kentucky because we knew a bunch of people were coming, and so I kind of wanted everyone to be together so we could meet them. So everyone was going to stay in different hotels, and by everyone I mean the Spraggs, Klein, Opperman, Matt. Everyone was staying in different hotels. So instead, I rented a big house.
It's chaos in a bottle right there,
yes,
sir.
so everyone could stay at the same place and we could hang out. And the neat thing is when you see these people, we had never met any of them in person. And the neat thing is when we did, nobody was any different than you expected to be. It was just like talking to them every day in chat. The second we bumped into everybody, it was.
And they all wanted to stay.
Yeah, it was
which
like
was weird. It was like, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Sounds fun.
But part of me was like, hey, Julie, we just invited like 8 men to stay in the same house with us that we've never met. I don't know how good let's sleep with the door locked.
Kind of weird, yeah.
But it ended up being
and they were all.
It ended up being incredible.
Klein was fantastic.
Oh, and then Gary Franchi came back to the house.
Thrasher
came back to the house. The
couple? Three Bakers.
No, what is the other couple? The young couple.
Okay.
That we don't see very often in.
Oh, the Comptons.
The Comptons. Don't see them in chat very.
So we
often.
met so many people.
They all came over.
But you feel like you already know them. You know what I mean?
Look at Katie. Look at Katie copying Ethan. She's just like, what a sidekick. She's copying what he's saying word for word.
No, she's Batman, and Robin just copied her thoughts and put them out there first.
She's like a puppet. Ethan probably has his hand right up her back, just moving her mouth, telling her what to say.
Okay. Brian's stream.
Sorry, Brian.
On Saturday, we'll pick this back up. And Katie will still be in the lead. Just saying. But yeah, the bourbon community is just, it's amazing. And you can step right into the bourbon community and never feel like a stranger. You can be in one stream and instantly be welcome and be family.
So Don, I want to, for what you said about the nicest, most generous community online, I agree. You say troll free, and I agree. I was telling Julie this the other day. We've had one or two problems, like one or two out of the thousands of people we've made. So I would agree. It's a relatively, I mean, there's trolls in there and there's people, but compared to the size of the community, I was telling her, like, it's not a lot of things like you're comfortable. Like, okay, it's 90, somewhere around, if you look at your YouTube analytics, right, it's somewhere around 98, 99% male in in two age groups. So typically you wouldn't want to bring your wife around, and Ethan can, that's it. But in a community like it, but here it's a relatively safe, fun place, you know, where a couple could go, you know, that community. It's just one or two people. But in a lot of other communities outside of which that's not the case. It's, you know.
Yeah. There's still discrimination everywhere.
I agree.
And I know on here I know there's a large, I don't want to talk to everyone, but for most of the community, it does seem like they're very keen on promoting women in the whiskey society, in whiskey in general. They even have their own Facebook group and everything, and it's wonderful. Like the reason I got into whiskey, I got into whiskey was the Whiskey Women book written by Fred Minnick, of course, but that's how it all started. So I have a very special place in my heart for like that sort of thing.
No, I mean, I agree. Women have better palates and better noses.
Yes.
Like that. And substantially better sense of smell, except for her. But substantially better sense of smell than men do. It's like parts per thousands or parts per hundreds. So. The difference between a woman's ability to smell and men's, and I know the scientist here will tell you, I could look it up and tell you
she left.
It's about as different as like a woman and a dog's sense of smell. It's like that big of a gap. How much better a dog smells than a woman? A woman smells like almost that much better than a man did. It's
only
I forgot the
smelling out another woman
cells. I forgot the whatever the
on
name
their man.
I could have said that wrong, but whatever.
They need to know when something stinks.
I'm like, right, I'm close. I'm not going all in saying I'm right here. But what's up, John?
Yeah, no drama and good friends. That's the thing. Like
we've had it. So like obviously
no
you guys
drama is my
may or may not know.
place.
I got my wife into whiskey, and I have my wife on WhiskeyTube, and you know, with all the filters we use, I have a pretty wife. You know, with all the filters on my camera, but I've only had at all time. I've had like two or three, you know, issues I've had to deal with, mainly only two for all the time we've been on here. So it's just a really cool place.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems here yet. So, but I have seen it happen once or twice on other channels. But again, like rarely. When it does, it's like, what the hell? And then, you know, the mods come in because there are lots of great mods in the community who are just like, done, get rid of it, and it's over. And then people move on. That's one of the best things is not only is it a good community, but we also have people in the community who want to support and participate in a substantial way where they have to deal with some crap usually. And
well, that's what I mean.
It's wonderful that they want to do that.
Alex probably laughing because I keep hinting at something vaguely. Just
Yeah,
like I did
Alex-
last night, he's probably
Alex is
dying,
probably dying.
hinting of a specific scenario.
Everybody's like family, so it's like brothers and sisters and moms and dads and aunts and uncles. Everybody's looking out for each other, and they're on it. So
yeah, especially with one of the things that I appreciate is people are very open to talking about their mental health problems, because that's part of the reason I did the channel. Overall, is I have to do something, or else I'm just going to be a mess. So this is my socialization as best I can do it.
hey, if this is what helps you, then
Sugar Kitty was
just how you
sense
got to
of
do
smell,
it. And
clearly
that's not the
smell.
only thing. You know, you're not the only person that this is here. You know, this is their answer. Honestly, I think it was somewhat of an answer for me.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol is a great solution to mental health and depression. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I've said the story, like with me specifically. With me specifically, I was using alcohol not abusively, but I was misusing it, like self-medicating with it, and not a good way, like not a good way at all. And when I found whiskey, funny enough, I started to drink more responsibly. I started to enjoy the experience. I started to live in the moment of having it, rather than being like, yeah, I get, you know, a 6-pack, 2 6-packs a day, and, you know, whatever I was doing back then, getting myself inebriated and trashed, and
that's
just
different.
making things worse, making things much worse for myself.
No, it definitely. I mean, there's definitely a difference there. But like for me, this will sound funny. Someone who's been into whiskey as long as I have, like, I hate to say this, like, as big as my collection is, but I want to say take it or leave it. But I could I could walk away. I could like not have another drink of whiskey. You could just make it say, I want you to start a month, 2 months, a year. Like I could. I mean, I don't want to because I enjoy drinking it, but
but you wouldn't be addicted to anything.
It wouldn't be. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't be hard for me to do. Like we've said stuff before. I was like, okay, I'll get rid of all the bottles. Like it's just a thing. Like, but that's part of my. I've been control. I don't like anything having control of me, anything at all.
Except control. He's addicted to control.
Not so much.
He's addicted to being in control.
I'm addicted to one thing. It's not that. I'm a responsibility addict. I'm addicted. I like taking care of things and taking care of people and I really am. Like I'm a responsibility addict. Like I take on more responsibility because I like being responsible for things and people. But
I'd like a smidge of what you have so I could be a little more responsible with my shit. That'd be great.
That's why he's like such a fan of Ethan Turk. Because Ethan Turk means like a lot of care. So yes,
he's looking after.
Yeah.
To guide him.
Yeah.
That's why I keep you.
I'm not arguing that. So thanks for saying that before Ethan could. Appreciate it.
That and you're pretty.
Yeah, Ethan can't.
Other than that,
Can't say he's.
Hey, we're gonna run in a minute though because we got to eat some dinner. We're about to place order for dinner, but
we do have to eat dinner.
I really
saw what I ate for a snack.
Yeah,
that's all.
It really looked delicious
today.
That's my breakfast all the time.
That's right.
So have a blueberry bagel.
But hey, I do want to thank you sincerely for having us, and it was a pleasure to be on here and a pleasure to be able to share.
It was
whiskey with someone that appreciate as much as you do, and you know we really thank a lot of you. We've always liked you since the first time we met you, and you're a good dude, man.
You are.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
So,
yeah,
thank you.
I'm super happy that we did this. So
yeah, hopefully you can come back again someday. Again, I'm gonna have to not recycle, but I want to have people who have been here who have enjoyed themselves come back whenever they want to. That's my thing.
Well, and you know what? Next Saturday on our live stream,
if we do one,
we just agreed today that was going to be our normal.
You saying something may sound like an agreement because you say it.
You literally stood at that door right there and you said, yeah, we'll do that.
I said that may be a good idea. But anyway, go ahead. What were you going to say? I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
I don't remember.
Go ahead, what are you talking about next?
No, I was going to say everyone who enjoys themselves, if they want to come back, if they enjoy themselves and want to return at some point, you know, mystery guests are always an option because it's a mystery. No one ever knows who it's going to be except me and the guest.
We will definitely come back.
Although I love the mystery guest idea, but you know, you're working on growing your channel. If you mention to the guests where you might get people that are fans of those people to come over and you know that maybe
I know. I do
we
tell
didn't
what
anyone on. We didn't tell anyone we're on, and
Except
because you-
Alec. We told Alec.
we told Alec, but you were doing it as a mystery, and I don't want to ruin that. But I would have invited, more people to come if it wasn't a mystery to come watch you. And I think
But what I didn't say to you guys, which I've said to other guests, is like if they have a Patreon, tell anyone on Patreon you want to show up because I know they want to see you. And I didn't know if you had one. I assumed you didn't.
No.
We don't, and we never will. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. We never will have a Patreon because we don't take money. We give money.
I've noticed. I think a lot of us have noticed, and we all appreciate that.
No, I don't want it to be. I mean, we want to have a Patreon, but either way, you do it your way. It was kind of cool doing it this way. It was kind of cool doing it this way. But honestly, sharing with you, I'd be sincerely like sharing with you was. I've enjoyed sharing with you as much as I've enjoyed sharing whiskey with you.
These have been great. I'm so glad I got to try all these.
We will definitely send you another.
So I'm gonna go eat and get some food.
Saying,
but wait, after my wife's done talking, I'm gonna get some food.
Next Saturday on our regularly scheduled live stream
Keep going.
that Dan's not admitting that we have now. We will do this same flight, but we will do it blind, and we'll see.
There you go.
If we have the same order, although we
gonna,
won't have the same order, but the order
we're gonna do it live without getting shit faced. It's happening.
That's the only thing we're gonna drink. So Alec, if you're still in here, take your pusher bottle chugging ways.
Alec's joining us on the next live, by the way. So.
Oh, well, okay. So next week we probably will be drunk. But the week after, we will not.
Anyway, really, though, we're going to thank you very much. We'll talk forever, but I'm hungry, so we're going to go. Appreciate you. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey,
Thank you,
Ethan.
Brian.
Tell your wife.
We will
I said
watch.
goodbye.
We will be on and watch.
Roger.
All right. Thank you.
See
Good
ya.
night, guys.
See ya.
Wasn't that fun? I enjoyed that. It's been a little bit since I had a mystery guest, and again, I haven't actually been here for Sundays lately. So it's good to be back, and it's good to have such. I mean, this is some crazy whiskey to return with. I gotta say, I didn't know what anything was, and now I do. And well, thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you had fun. I'm sticking around for a little bit. I'm still trying to see if anyone else is going live at 8. One of the things I don't want to do is step on anyone's toes. But again, I've had to limit my circle of distractions, as I like to call it. Ooh, she just thinks, now I can focus on chat a little better. But as many of you know, that if you at me in the chat, I hopefully will see it because I do have a little scrolly thing on this side so I can see when it turns orange. That does help me pick it out. Otherwise, when guests are on specifically, it's a lot harder to pay attention to 2 things at once because I'm not good at paying attention to lots of things. And it's like either hyper focus or super distracted the whole time. It's great. I see me. All right, that doesn't help. I see that I'm live. Thank you. Yeah, and it's Bourbon Night says, see you next week. So we may be going on for another hour in case something changes. But that's on my radar. Like if anyone else knows another channel that's live right now or will be going live soon, let me know. Or if anyone wants to suddenly go live, let me know. I'm happy to go another hour. I've done it before. But I don't want to step on anyone's toes, as they say. They did, the likes did donate to the channel recently, and that was a little shocking. I'm not going to say how much it is. I'm just going to say that I will be able to pay off a significant chunk of the car repair bill now, which is awesome. But they didn't have to do that at all. That was glorious. I'm always very grateful for the people in this community who help with life problems. Oh, I wouldn't call the winner, but the one I preferred was the Four Roses 50th anniversary Al Young edition, which I will never have other than this little sample probably. That's right. It is a long weekend, isn't it? See, holidays don't really factor into my brain unless they're the big ones where everything stops. Yeah, Tim Morris. Yeah, that's what I saw. I think, is it Klein? Klein's going live at 9? Usually. Someone usually go live at 9. I don't always pay attention. I can't keep track. I usually fizzle out after it's bourbon night. Typically. And because I do a stream, I will do it. Yeah. Looks like client is going live at 9. So until 9, I can do whatever I want so far, which is going to be just drink more whiskey, if I'm honest. So we're aware. What I want to do, kind of. Oh, it's going to be sad to be it gone, but I don't. One of the things I've had a problem with, if you can call it a problem, is where I get whiskey. Like tonight, I get specific, really rare, hard to find, never going to get again whiskeys. And I drink them, and they're amazing. They're delicious. I can't. Oh. And then I know I have to finish it. Like it's a sample. I drank half, and now there's that much left, and that's it. And I'll hold off on drinking it for a very long time, and I don't want to do that to myself. I want to just enjoy it when I get it and be done with it. But what I am thinking, this is the Four Roses I was talking about. I am thinking I might compare it to the Four Roses single barrel. I don't think I have anything else by Four Roses. I'm fairly certain I don't. I've been thinking of getting the small batch again just to have it as a, what do I call this? Distracted drinker? That's probably not the best way to put that, but something you pour, put rocks in maybe, or just drink in a Glencairn a little bit. And you're not thinking about it. You're just enjoying it kind of casually. I know there are whiskeys like that many people have. So I'm thinking of trying this against the Four Roses single barrel because I have one. The Select is still gone. And if you were here Friday, you know why. I will get another one apparently soon because the likes tend to do things that just blow everyone's brains out when they're here. And they did that tonight. So I can get myself a little bit of a present, it seems. Whew. But here we're going to compare this Four Roses to the 50th. I don't think there'll be any comparison at all, definitely. But the only way I'm going to know is if I try it. So let's try it. This is an excuse to drink more whiskey. And I'm going to finish off the sample they gave me because I don't want to prolong that. I don't want to make myself suffer. Oh, I forgot to ask. Maybe I'll ask them later. I was wondering about the proofs of some of these because I told me what it was, but I never asked specifically. Excuse me. Thank you. What the proofs were, which I should have done. I forgot. But I know the first one was the lower. It was like 50%. So I know the EH blah 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 words. EH Taylor 4-grain is 50 since it's a bottled and bond, I think. My brain doesn't work too good if you haven't noticed. 50%. Whoops, that's not how you. Brian? I had 50%. I'm okay. But I saw a chat. What just happened? Amy Bohm says. Sample hoarder. I feel like I'll never get another, so I don't want to drink. Yes, that is my problem right now. There are at least, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 26. At least 26 samples in front of me. Not all of them have been opened, but some of them have. Specifically, I'm looking at some of the samples from Drums and Drams. I tried one of them recently. I think it was this one. Yeah, this one's got a little bit missing. The rye finished in Tokaji barrels. That was weird. I think I tried another one at some point. What was the other one that was weird? Oh, yeah. Good Times double toasted, finished in maple finished bourbon. That's a wonky one. That is the, I believe we said waffle crisp is what it tastes like because it's very, very maple influenced, to say the least. But everything moved again. Donner Pass whiskey. Always fun to try them. Well, twice, several days apart. If you have a 2-ounce sample, the flavors you get can be pretty different sometimes. It's true. But I know with me, I don't want to finish it ever. That's my problem. So I'll add a little more of this. I might try some more later. I know with a lot of these, I just have to find the time to enjoy them. Mike Franklin, hello, welcome. Normally, you'd be showing up at the end of the show, but not this time. And I do take what Dan said to heart with the mystery guest idea, where I could very easily get a lot more people showing up here and subscribing and stuff. Also, like and subscribe if I haven't said that already. I probably haven't during the show. But please remember to like and subscribe and ding that bell and share the videos, watch them all, and I have a Patreon. I still don't know why I do that when I say that, but it's fun. What I would like to do actually is have this. I thought about this with the other one. Samples for me, I just need to drink them. They're samples. They were sent to be drank. I don't want to have them sticking around and just eyeballing me and being like, "Oh, that was really good," but I don't want to drink it yet. That's a rabbit hole I don't want to crawl into because I need to drink all the whiskey, as some of you may know. I just want to drink them all. All right, let's compare these two. Again, we're comparing two that are the same distillery, very different. We got on the right, on my right, on your left, I think. But right here in the Garrison Brothers glass, we have the Four Roses 50th anniversary Al Young. So that's a rare bottle, we'll say. Also, it had a special meaning to Dan and Julie like. And then this one with the It's Bourbon Night glass is just but is the Four Roses single barrel. Oh, this one smells spicier. That's what threw me off about this when I found out this was Four Roses. Yeah, this is prettier. I think that's what I said with this one. It smelled pretty. Yes, Jim, I would agree. A lot of us hoard samples when we're given them, especially when it's something like, like my mind reels from what some of these are. And just the fact that I will never be able to try them again. Probably, maybe. I've gone to whiskey bars. I can buy an expensive pour if I want. Leave me alone. So, hear noises. Hold on. People next door being loud. Thin walls and they're talking. I don't care. Yes, that was the last thing I saw. We always hoard samples. But in this case, it's a little different. I've had a lot of good samples over the years, and I always try to finish some of them, most of them. I do have another flight coming up, so that'll be... Oh, God, I almost forgot. While there are so many people here, Wednesday afternoon, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Please show up. Bring your friends. Tell all your people. Tell anyone. Tell all the people who like WhiskeyTube stuff. That'll be my 2-year anniversary for when I officially started to make this not an income-based thing, but that's when I thought, hey, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers and if I can make content for this, and that was even before I did live streams, by the way. But that was when I said, all right, I'm going to put my energy into improving this as best I can. Thank you, Cheech. There are a lot of links right there. But yes, I'm all over the interwebs. Let's see what we got there. The Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook group, the Twitch. Even though nothing's happening with Twitch yet these days, I still figure at some point I'm going to use that just because I play games all the time. So I might as well have people watch and eventually get monetized with them, maybe. Who knows? It's a thought. I play a lot of games, as I said. I'm easily distracted. Technically, I'm living the dream, except for the finances. Ooh. Wednesday, 2-year anniversary of this channel from when I decided. So it's been around for a while. Like, you can watch some of the early videos I did. They're not great. They had no intent of being seen by the public eye, but they exist, and I'm not getting rid of them. But officially, in 2019, on September 1st, I thought, hey, let me start doing this as a thing. I believe that starts Bourbon Month. Is it September Bourbon Month? Oh, please. Let me find out. Google, tell me the things. National Bourbon is Heritage Month. Is that what it is? You don't tell me. Which month is Bourbon Month? Yes, tell me. September. Done. And that was another reason. That was one of the other main reasons for me to start on September 1st, is because when I was thinking about it, I realized September was Bourbon Month, or National Bourbon Heritage Month, I should say, officially, I think. So it seemed like a good idea. And also, I was probably manic as all hell, so hey. August 2nd, 2007, the U.S. Senate declared September 2007 as National Bourbon Heritage Month. Well, there you go. Officially. 2007, huh? Well, if you're like me and you wonder about each day, I have a thing I do lately is where I check occasionally when I'm trying to think of making a stream and nothing's really coming to mind, I'll check what the day is because there's always a freaking national holiday thing going on. I could check today. I haven't done that, but I can tell you what they were. I told people what they were on Friday, I think, because there are so many goddamn national holidays. I should be talking about whiskey. I know I got 2 whiskeys in front of me. Leave me alone. But I'm going to try the Four Roses single barrel first. Woo! That's spicier. Definitely. A little drier. I think I got chocolate on there. That was bizarre. I have to keep in mind I've had a variety of different whiskeys just now. So I need to be keenly aware of that. What month is it? August. For a little while longer. Woo. Oh my gosh, there are too many holidays. Woo. Oh my God. I'm glancing at this and it's like, holy shit. Let's see, 29th, 29th, 29th. All right, for August 29th. Right. Okay, you ready for this? They're weird ones. I have nothing to do with them. That's what they are. According to Hoyle Day. According to Hoyle Day. Don't know what the hell that's about. Individual Rights Day. Right on. I got Individual Rights Day. International Day Against Nuclear Tests. Well, that's, I can understand that. Testing out nuclear bombs, not the best thing. More herbs, less salt day. I like that idea if you're doing the cooking thing. National Chop Suey Day. What the hell? I would have chop suey right now if I knew that. National Lemon Juice Day. So if you want some lemon juice, do it now. It's the day of national. That's the kind of world we live in now, folks. You can find out what random shit there is as holidays or national holidays today. I don't know what any of these are. Although Individual Rights Day is a federal holiday. And tomorrow, of course, is actually a known holiday. Let's see. Which one is it? What day is it? What is the holiday tomorrow? I don't even freaking know. I should know, but I don't. And they said it earlier, and I blanked that out. Well, it's a late summer holiday. That one I knocked in. Balls. Frankenstein Day. All right, cool. I'm not going to tell you what everything else is tomorrow because it's bonkers. Well, thank you, Cheech. Yes, I have a Patreon. I'm not extremely active on it, but I do what I can. There will be merch eventually. I've said that numerous times, and I'll keep saying it until I actually get my ass to do it, because that's a step that requires a certain amount of income that I don't have yet, especially with the car repair thing. Hell, I've been waffling. That's a good word because I'm thinking of waffles. Waffling about possibly visiting Kentucky this year. Something I've wanted to do since 2019. And then 2020 happened. But the cost, as always. I could fly there. I could stay at the hotel and everything. But I'm debating at this point where I could just drive there with my car if it holds up, hopefully, for that distance. And then just sleep in my car. That's the thought process at the moment. That's the thought of getting there and doing that. I drive there in my own car, stay somewhere in my car, and then visit a bunch of distilleries. Carefully, I probably would spend the money on the distillery visits where I could get trolleyed around or something. I know there's like a Kentucky bus or there's a Kentucky Trail thing where you get to drive. Someone else drives you, I should say. We'll see. That may not happen at all. So, bottle sips. Chris Taz, hello. Welcome. Welcome. We've had many whiskeys so far. I'm fine. Leave me alone. Oh, there you go, Sugar Kitty. Hoyle Day. Play cards all day long. Huh. Well, I don't have anyone to play cards with, sorry. Unless you count solitaire. I don't think that counts. James Morgan says, the holiday I mentioned only in Europe. August bank holiday. Yours is Labor Day, first Monday in September. Oh, I have no idea. Again, holidays, bank holidays, and that don't really apply to me since I don't have a normal job. But it would influence my decision to go places. I went out on Saturday. Yeah, I went out for a walk yesterday to go to a cat cafe. Sugar Kitty, you would have loved it. There were cats. Hang on. I'm hearing a strange noise. All right. I'm not sure what that is. Can you hear it? Probably not. But there is an alarm system in this building. And if it goes off, I'll have to cut the stream, of course. But that hasn't happened yet. Granted, normally I don't go this long. So we're in the 3rd hour, so anything could happen. I'm hearing a high-pitched sound. And it's similar to the alarm in the building, but it's not the full-on alarm. You'll know when the actual full apartment building alarm goes off. And then the stream will end. Hopefully that isn't going to be the case, but I have to put shoes on, go outside. I don't want to. Yeah, 4 roses, single barrel is good. He's going to die. Whoa, okay, that's going to be a problem. Yeah. The curse of having an Instagram and people liking your stuff is it pops up on your screen when you're doing a stream. Tomorrow is a bank holiday. Okay. That's probably what I'm thinking of. I knew there was a holiday coming up for Americans, but I wasn't quite sure when. I assumed it was tomorrow. I don't know why. But again, tune in Wednesday. Something's going to occur. I still haven't finalized what's going to happen, but at the very least, I'll be going on at 6 p.m. I still don't know what the hell I should do. So if anyone in Patreon has a suggestion, do tell. Or even now, you can take a poll on what you'd like me to drink, what you'd like me to do. Because it's one I didn't have to think about last year. September 1st last year was just another day, I think. I actually don't remember if I did anything. That's a little slight bothersome point in my mind at the moment. I feel like I didn't. I can almost guarantee I didn't. But I don't know. I don't even think I was doing live streams at that point. It's all a blur. Last year is just a bit of unconsciousness. Ooh. Reykjavik? Reykjavik. They're very popular in Japan, I think. I don't know if that's stereotyping, but I've heard of them and seen them in those areas. And this is the first one I've ever seen in my area at all. And funny enough, my brother's ex-neighbors run it, so that was weird. They recognized me when I went there. Uh-oh. Oh, I hope that's... Oh, I want to say I hope that's cooling off. I have no idea. I know the weirdest stuff that's been going on with the world right now is just everything kind of burning or storms or floods. It's great. It's been fun. I also will have to eat dinner soon. I had pizza, which I feel like was a slight mistake for drinking these kinds of whiskeys. I managed to brush my teeth and everything, but ugh. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, there's no comparison. I mean, there's a comparison. They're similar. The 4 is a single barrel. Oh, God, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad I picked this one as the winner. Or not the winner, but the one I preferred the most. There are no winners and losers here. Oh, I like. Oh, keeps going, too. Can you hear that noise? I hope not. I hope my mic isn't that keen. It's irritating. I thought about, I mean, as I said, I did try to clean up my teeth, my mouth as best I could. I brushed my teeth off. I had a couple pretzels just to try and neutralize anything that was weird. We'll see. I'm still keeping an eye on other people's chats and streams. Nothing going on, though, so I'm okay. I'm good with it. It just always feels weird when I have a guest on, a mystery guest, and then another hour added on at the end. Woo, that's fine. It's weird. The Four Roses. God, I forgot the name of it. I wanted to say R.L. Stein edition. That's not right. Four Roses 50th anniversary. Al Young makes the Four Roses single barrel tame. Like and the complexity is totally different. I usually like Four Roses single barrel because it's kind of spicy and enjoyable, and got a little kick to it. This one puts it to shame. It's like, you're not my child. It's not even close. Ugh. Reykjavik. I want to visit Iceland someday, I swear. Ugh. What? There's a famous cat? I mean, there are a lot of famous cats. There was at least one that I can think of. Grumpy Cat. But she passed away a while ago. There are others, too. There's actually a few Instagram. I think they're Instagram cats is usually what I think of them as. But sadly, a lot of them pass away. Oh! Does anyone here like Marvel? I'm going to geek out slightly. Because I've been geeking out about Marvel stuff lately. A little bit. With the, What If series. It's been great. And Star Trek Lower Decks. Some of you purists may not like it, but I think it's funny. Cartoons are fun. I'm looking that up later, by the way, Sugar Kitty. I have it on Instagram now. Oh my God, look at him. Oh, he's so fluffy. If that's the right cat, I have no idea. Hey, that's definitely not English, so I'm going to assume that's the right cat. I looked at the little blip there. 10.9K followers. That cat has so many more followers than I do on Instagram. Holy shit. There's a few cats I like. Let's talk about cats. Why not? Sugar Kitty would love it. But there's a couple of big fluffy cats. One looks like a goddamn lion. I don't remember what his name is, but there's one cat I follow or did follow. He's some kind of wild animal cat. He's huge. He looks kind of like a leopard, but he's not. He's smaller. He's got an attitude too. He's raw chicken, and he will not be happy if you take it away from him. Striker? Is that his name? Why am I thinking of Striker? Hold on. We're getting off on a cat topic, but I'm okay with that because this is the Distracted Brian hour. Yeah. His name's Striker. And he is a Savannah cat rescued by the owners. Yeah, it looks like he was being mistreated. Like he was caught and mistreated by someone or something. I don't know. But anyway, Striker the cat's pretty cool. Rabies? I don't have rabies. How you can't prove it? Oh, what is in everyone else's glass, by the way? That's one of the things I didn't ask earlier because special guest, mystery guest causes that problem. Usually. Oh, and keep in mind, I'm thinking a lot about the channel at the moment because 2-year anniversary on Wednesday. I'm not purposely keeping the channel small. Like I'd like it to get to the one thing I'd love to have it do. Like that's my goal at the moment is hit 1,000 subscribers. But at the time being, I don't want it to explode. I believe I talked about this with Shayla from Whiskey Central. Like all these other channels that have just gotten lots of people all of a sudden, that would stress me the hell out. I want to get there comfortably. So, 100 subscribers over 2 months, I'd be okay with. That'd be fine. But to go from 500 to 1,000 in a week or something, that would freak me the hell out. I wouldn't know how to respond to that exactly. So I think that's part of why I'm not doing everything I could to get subscribers. I want people to come here and subscribe, mostly to be people who want to be here, who want to watch the stream, who like my mustache and somehow also like my company. Oh, Jim Morris, my tacos, where are mine? Pair them with Dewar's 8-year-old. Amplify. Well, yeah. With spicy food, I know alcohol gets weird, or at least straight whiskey gets weird, or whiskey itself. Whiskey drinking, particularly. Pluto 9-year. Dicko without the charcoal filtration. Hey. He's a big cat from what I saw. At least on this, I think it's Instagram, because again, I cannot read what that says. It looks like, oh, there we go. There's some English at the end. Popular cat in, how do I say this? Hold on. Oh, I saw it spelled out. Reykjavik. Popular cat in Reykjavik, Iceland. Please tag Backtusk the cat if you snap a photo of me. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Or girl. I have no idea. But the cat's name is Backtusk, and for whatever reason, I think it's male. Because names, I guess. Let's see what we got here. Blair Athol, 12.59. Ooh. Interesting. Sister cities. I didn't know that was a thing. Although I've heard of that in, well, I've heard of that in some other places, but they're usually really far apart. Oof. Iceland cat culture. This is also fascinating. Ophelia Snobby Cat. Fish stealer, the most beautiful spokesmodel of the country. Wow. Mezcal finished. I passed for tequila. Could be interesting to use in place of tequila. Oh, that'd be actually fun. I would love, well, hold on. Let me back. Before I say anything, I like the idea of making drinks with something else. So the idea of making a whiskey martini, not whiskey martini, whiskey. What's the word? Margarita. There we go. Whiskey margarita would be interesting. Or what else? Martinis are good, but it's also usually vodka or gin. So if you made a martini whiskey, there's got to be a whiskey martini of some sort. Or do they just call it a cocktail, like an old fashioned? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I like the idea of mixing and mashing things and making something a little different. Cinder Block. I know Cinder Block. Yes. Yes, the big boy. He's a big cat. Too big. That's probably why it was called Cinder Block. No, HR is Mr. Okay. Okay. I got it. HR back to us. Back to us. I don't know how to say that. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I've made Manhattans before too, and I should know that. Although it's usually rye. I mean, it's the same thing, but oh, you know what? Something else I'm remembering that I am really professional about forgetting is the fact that I don't have my watch on. If any of you viewers who have a keen eye for detail will note, I have not had my Fitbit on this entire time. It's like I've been naked, and none of you knew. But then again, none of you know if I'm wearing pants. Let's keep that a mystery for me. I had to recharge my Fitbit, and I forgot to put it back on before the stream. So there you go. My heart rate has been unknown by the Fitbit for at least an hour or two. I'm sure my heart rate's up there right now. It always is when I'm streaming, believe it or not. This is my workout. This is my cardio. Doing a live stream. Come on, damn it. Fingers, work. There we go. What I would like to do someday, this is, again, future stuff, is meetups in Newport, not during the freaking summer. Although I think Newport is a wonderful place, Newport, Rhode Island in particular. But every spring and summer, tourists come up here, and it's absolutely batshit crazy, and I can't stand it. So if I did have anyone come up to New England, it would be in the autumn months, so you could see the New England foliage. That's really popular around here. But also most of the tourists have kind of chilled out because this is very much a beach area. I mean, Aquidneck Island is actually an island, so it's basically beaches all the way around. But Newport itself is usually the popular one, as is Ocean Drive. I will eventually do a video where I go down to Ocean Drive or somewhere around there with the whiskey and do a little Whiskey Mountains tribute, since there aren't really many mountains in, Rhode Island, which is the ocean state, but I can go to the ocean and do something like that. Among other things, I have lots of ideas. They usually show up in my mind about 2 a.m. when I'm trying to go to sleep. Happened last night. It was very annoying. What did I put? I put a note. Hold on. Wait, hold please. Processing. Notepad, where are you? Sorry, I hate looking at my phone during a stream, but that's where I keep all the info, keep me from forgetting what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I was thinking of a business card. I don't want to have a business card, but if I'm going to be going to events and meeting people, and people are going to be like, what do you do? And, oh, you have a YouTube channel. What's it called? Just give them a little piece of paper and hope they don't lose it immediately. But I do have a quote on there. I'll let you know what it is, since there's less of you at the moment, and that makes me less nervous. But what I'm going to put on my business card on the back, at least, is quote unquote, a man of many talents. I felt that seemed appropriate. There will probably be a mustache on there too as well. So it'll be fun. Why that song is going through my head, I don't know. Oh, that's a good thing. I love that. I love that idea. Recent story in Icelandic. That's one of the things that makes the WhiskeyTube community cool, is the ability to donate, to take, how do I put this in a nice way? So let's just say the WhiskeyTube community, excluding myself, is comfortable, is the nicest way to put it. If you have, well, I say that too, I have 50-something odd bottles behind me, some that I've not even opened yet. Point is, in general, the people of my age and the people in situations better than my own have the funds to splurge a little bit. And I think the WhiskeyTube community, especially, where people will buy $100 bottles, $200 bottles, if you can get those people to be like, you know what, I'll donate that bottle to someone else, or helping with a raffle, like, I was talking about Cliff earlier. He's going to help me out, maybe help me do raffles, because I do have plenty of stuff, but it stresses me the hell out trying to do samples. I'm not gonna lie, but it's one way that I can give back to the community and be like, hey, I can give you some of my whiskey if you want. I have to actually say, I have to put my foot down, sort of, and be like, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a mystery pour. You're going to get mystery blind from me, or something like that. That is better, because I know so far people have been asking for the really rare stuff that I will run out of real quick if I keep doing these. If I keep saying, pick what you want, it's not a good thing. But I know for the recent one, for a certain person in chat right now, he'll be getting those a couple weeks probably, because of something. There's another thing going on, which I can't tell you about, because it's going to be fun. Whiskey will be had, and I'm looking forward to it, because I really haven't gone to that place in a while. But anyway, I want to give blinds to people. It sounds fun. Especially other WhiskeyTube channels, but as far as viewers go as well, people who are willing to donate to my livelihood, if you will, that'll also be fun. And I can usually give up bigger pours, I think. I know with a certain someone in chat, Zenbu, I will be giving him some pretty hefty samples, because I also need to get my own level of samples. Right now I have. So here's the thing. The likes gave me these. These are a good sample to me. These are what I would want to get from someone else, and what I want to give to other people is this. However, the generosity of the community abounds, and oftentimes I get, do I have one of these that's empty? I do. I get samples that are this size. Now that might not look like much until you put this up against it. Can you tell the difference? So if I was giving about 4 samples of this every time I did a giveaway, I would run out of stuff right quick, which isn't technically a bad thing. I want to get rid of what I have, since I can't finish it all. But to give more to more people, this is more reasonable size in general, to be clear. So I'm looking forward to actually, well, once I get the ability to do so, get the funds to do so, I will order some more glassware. That'll be this, not glassware, but sample vials, sample bottles to give to people so I can do more giveaways. However, as I said, there's also someone else who might be willing to donate, which would be cool as well, because he's got like crazy bottles. He has a Lefroy 25 year, I think, that kind of level of, almost the like level of generosity / type of bottles they can give away at a whim. It's so good. Sorry, I got back to the whiskey now. I apologize. But the important part is tonight, other than having wonderful whiskey with likes, the stream on Wednesday. I'm going to try and broadcast that as much as possible. I'm mulling over the idea just now, which I wish I hadn't just thought that, of doing some kind of build-up to the stream. Oh, I don't really want to do that, but I should. So I have like mini streams for the next couple of days. So Monday and Tuesday, I would do a stream. Why am I saying this out loud? This is a mistake. Oh, okay. So that's a thought now. But that might be a good way to broadcast it, is I'll do streams for the next couple of days if I can manage. I'm not guaranteeing that, but it's a thought now that I just had. Literally just had. Just now. I thought, well, you could just do a stream for the next couple of days until the actual stream. That'd be cool. Shut up. Son of a bitch. Oh, God. Now I have to look. Monday is typically, probably be at 6 o'clock too. Why did I have this thought? I'm full of regret now. It'd also be a nice way to close out August. Fine. Give me more reasons to do it, you son. We'll see. It's the thought I'm putting into the air. If all of you who are here now think that's a great idea and would like to see me go live for the next couple of days to lead up to the stream on Wednesday, do tell. Like, let me know now. Let me know later. Again, I know 6 p.m. is a really weird time for people, but it's a thought. I don't know if I like it yet. The other part was do videos for the next couple of days, but that I'm going to have to do a video for Wednesday, and I still don't know what that's going to be, if I'm being honest. Oh, you know what it'll be? Oh, I know what it'll be. I figured it out. That was quick. I can, but I hate doing that. I will hold that over my head for so long. So that's why I'm saying at the moment, it's just a thought. However, if you do see me post something on my YouTube channel within the next 48 hours, there's 24 hours technically. Yeah, then you'll know. Monday is good for the UK. Maybe I'll go on at 5 just to let them know. I don't know. It's probably not going to happen. I know who goes on it. I've forgotten. This is the problem. I've unsubscribed from so many channels just because I can't deal with the distraction. I know Whiskey Crusaders goes on Mondays, and I'm fairly certain someone else does, but I don't remember who. And Tuesdays, it's like Bourbon Junkies and what is it? My Bourbon Journey? These have all fizzled out, as I said. I don't remember anymore. Well, because I have a Monday. Shit. Shouldn't say this stuff out loud because I might upset someone. It's not going to happen. But either way, what I will say is Klein's going live next, I think, at 9. And right now I'm technically filling in for 2 people, I believe. Double checking. Nope, still me, officially. Yep. Wow, that's great. No bueno. There we go. Destination Bourbon should be going live. And if you do go there next, this stream, tell them KillCo sent you, because it always makes you feel a little better. Oh, they're doing the Storytime giveaway. That'll be fun. You find out more about that there. I just know it's a thing. And cocktails with Kira. Yeah, okay. So there you go. We go over there, tell them KillCo sent you, and you should also tell them that Storytime should send me all the whiskey so I can sample it for science. And so people know an unbiased opinion about Storytime Distillery. I'm pretty unbiased. I like the idea, but I do not have the funds, as I've said many times tonight, to participate in that endeavor. Shelf Turds, that's right. I knew I was forgetting something. Shelf Turds also goes live. I don't know if that's the thing I don't know about them. They had that flood, I believe. I haven't heard much about it, but I know they had a flood, and I know things were not great. Oh, that's another channel that blew past me as far as subscribers go. Woo! It happens. Oh, that's something else I should do. There's so many things I should do. Ah, they did do a stream last week. Okay. Cool. So yes, they go live on Mondays. They're another YouTube channel that may or may not be on here someday. Again, I find it's very weird to have couples on, but it's also a lot easier because then they can talk to themselves instead of just to me. Yes, unfortunately, I've had to sidestep both of those. I've had to sidestep a lot of stuff. I wish Whiskey Wines Mondays. Yep, that's right. As I said, I've had to cut ties, man. I don't want to. But the only way I'm ever going to get my channel to be better is if I have less distractions. And since I've been in the WhiskeyTube community for a long while, I was watching a whiskey stream every night. And I mean every night. And I can't do that. I just cannot. I have to pick and choose. And I decided I would only participate in a very few in the future because I have to. I have to focus on me, as it were, and the channel itself that I'm working on. So, but I will try to get other people on here. That's the really thing for me is the thing for me is to really want to get other people involved in doing this, and only if they want to. Very important. Very important. I know it's a weird time, though. That's the biggest problem, I think, is that 6 p.m. my time is like 5 o'clock for a few people in the next time zone, and then 4 o'clock. I mean, most people aren't even home from work. Whiskey Mountains, a.k.a. Adriana. Welcome. Still chugging along. It's Bourbon Night. Isn't going live, nor is Whiskey Nose. So here we are. Adriana, I'm going to message you later, hopefully, about Wednesday, if anything's happening Wednesday. Keep an eye out. I don't remember where I messaged you last. I forgot. Somewhere. I was talking about what I'm going to do on Wednesday for the 2-year anniversary thing. Sugar Kitty. Who needs another? I saw the word Shelf Turds had water in the basement, and I said sugar water. We're fine. Oh, they did repair. Okay, good. Yes, I remember hearing about it. I remember knowing there was something going on with helping them repair their stuff, but that was the last I heard of it. I didn't see anything or hear anything because, again, it's making my bubbles smaller. I need to focus on this, and I'm not going to do that if I'm distracted by notifications from YouTube every single day. So I've had to cut myself off. Well, we'll see about that. They have an interesting style, I'll say. But yes, Adriana, welcome back. Glad you're home safe. Hope you have some good whiskey and some good food, etc. I need some good food. Yeah. It's something I realized a few months ago. Well, not earlier this year, like after 2020, when I started to focus on doing this, and actually doing freaking streams. When I started doing streams more often, I realized, wow, it takes a lot to do, and also you get distracted by other channels. I'm happy to be a pre-game person. Like, I love the fact that I can be pre-gaming for the Bourbon Wrench, who you guys have to hassle, by the way. I've been hassling him as much as I dare to get him on as a mystery guest, but I imagine it's his job more than anything that'll be in the way of him doing that. Who else? No, wait, what else? Who else? Anyway, it will help me if people who watch their stream and my stream inquire if they've ever thought about being a mystery guest on KillCo's channel. Because I can do it. Believe me, I have poked at a number of channels, but I don't want to be the guy who's going to hassle anyone. You guys, on the other hand, are the viewers, so they want to do what you want to see. And if you want to see them on here, well, you're more likely to be able to get them to do it than I am, is the short of it. Although, keep in mind, there have been some channels that have been on my streams as mystery guests that I didn't know. I just thought that was going to be a no, and it wasn't, which was fun. Lots of fun, actually. Oh my God, give it to me. I want some. I'm so hungry. I'm not that hungry. But I should eat just because of the amount of whiskey I've been consuming. Yes. Like, I try not to even go and do raffles on other people's channels. I have to actively not do that. I did that yesterday. I put in one whole ticket for Hot Buddy Rolls for whatever he was doing. I don't even remember what. It was one of his bottle picks, I think. I have no idea if I got one. I assume I didn't, because there were a lot of people who donated that. Do it. Adriana, please do it. They listen to you. They don't listen to me. Oh, not as spicy as I thought. For anyone just joining, I'm comparing Four Roses single barrel to this very, very rare and probably very expensive bottle, or sample, not bottle, of a Four Roses 50th anniversary Al Young edition. And the Al Young edition is in a category all its own. It's really good. Four Roses single barrel is good, but this is a whole other beast. Sherry G1, oh good. Good to know. Tell him to give me the bottle. I mean, I hope he enjoys it. I don't need more whiskey, just so we're clear. But I am enjoying the fact that I have so much and can share it with others. That's really what I want to do. Well, yeah. I mean, I mention it every time I see him when he comes into stream for all of, 2 minutes. I say, Trev, when are you going to be mystery guest? Someday. Oh, God, it's so good. So good. And it doesn't help that I had I forgot it. A Four Roses sample that was donated. I believe it was from the Drink Pro, who also hits 1,000 scrub, who hit 1,000 subscribers recently. I'll have another. But I won a raffle he did, and one of them was that amazing Four Roses I got. Oh, so good. I'm trying to find the exact thing I was talking about. RS71-1A is the Four Roses sample he gave me, and oh my gosh, it's on stream. I'm gonna have to clip it or something. I don't know if that's the thing I can do. I'm not monetized. I have no idea. Anyway, there's a moment when I try it and I go to another dimension briefly. It is so good. I drank all of it on purpose. I knew there was no reason to keep myself from finishing this. I'm feeling that way tonight as well with this Four Roses pick of I got. But again, I know I have these other ones now. Freaking E.H. Taylor 4-grain, Pappy 15-year, King Kentucky 14-year. What? I don't even know what to do. Can't focus. Yeah, that's good. I like what I said. One of the few things I said for this stream that I really clicked was when I smelled this Four Roses Al Young 50th edition, having no idea what it was, and I said, "It smells pretty." Whoop. Yes, uncontrollable chuckling with a Four Roses pick. It was glorious. Oh, yes, Mike Franklin. It was quite the lineup. And the legs were sipping along with me. At the very least, I can say I've had Pappies, and I can know, while it did come in second, because the way things panned out is simply because of the quality ish. Like the E.H. Taylor 4 grain was good, but lined up against this other shit, as far as how my tastes go, the Four Roses, I love Four Roses. I've said that many times. The Pappies, which surprises me, but also it's a Buffalo Trace product, and I really like Buffalo Trace stuff as it is. No surprise there. The King Kentucky, which was pretty good, but it was a little weird, but it was certainly better than A, just as a different kind of thing. And because it's freaking King of Kentucky. Oh, it's Squish the Anenda. Hello, Ken. Pleasure to see you, sir. Welcome to the dark side. I mean, welcome. I hope your stream went well yesterday. I was not watching because I was asleep. I'll have to rewatch it because I know you were talking about that episode, the Death Machine. Dr. Death? No. You know what I'm talking about. I know the episode. But I was also beat AF yesterday from doing so much on Friday. Hopefully I'll be able to be there next time. I hope. That's a good question. Probably. I found I really enjoyed B. And I might do that in the future. I know it was kind of debated on which way we're going to do this. If I should try them all blind and then pick what I like best. But we didn't do that. However, I knew that was an influence. As soon as I knew what they were, there was not any doubt in my mind. But the key thing was not to think about it too much for me. I just kept going back and sipping which is which. And I was leaning on which I preferred as far as taste goes. And it wasn't surprising me that Four Roses was coming out on top per my taste, because I've said plenty of times I like it. The Pappies I was surprised about, because I've talked about Buffalo Trace stuff before, and I'd like to not be a Buffalo Trace fanboy, but I seem to like their products. Nothing I can do about it. But in the future, maybe when I get a blind, well, this is the first type of blind I've done with someone where we were both doing it at the same time. So we'll see. I don't have any actual methodology to it or actually a reveal of any sort. But the only other time I've done something like this was with Drums and Drams. And we both sent each other different stuff. Although I was trying a little bit. Doom Machine. Yes, James. Doom Machine. Yeah, I needed it after Friday. Yeah, I've learned that I should not go anywhere that's an hour away, drink a bunch of whiskey, come back. So that's a 2-hour drive at least, probably more. Then get home, panic, sort of, get yourself together real quick in a very limited amount of time, and do a stream for 2 hours where I drink more whiskey. Because not as soon as, but after that stream ended, I was out for at least an hour. And then I woke up and I was wired until about 3 a.m. because I couldn't get back to sleep. And then I was asleep till 11-ish. So I was basically waking up as soon as your stream was starting. So it was good that I said, probably not for that. I would have hated to be an absolute mess getting up and stumbling at my keyboard. Like, what's going on? Oh, sorry. I'm tired, apparently. Doing a stream this long usually wears me out a bit. Yeah, I can understand that, Rihanna. Again, these were all very similar. I mean, what? Hold on. I don't want to say anything and sound like an idiot. Well, the first one I had reminded me of Weller, but that ended up being E.H. Taylor, which is another Buffalo Trace product I like. Then Pappy's, that's Buffalo Trace. So it's not surprising that it came in second. And hold on, or at least I think it's Buffalo Trace. My brain doesn't want to work right now. King of Kentucky? I would have to check. I think I can. There we go. Brown Foreman. Okay. So that's different. That's a different thing, I think. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to say that one, but I know it's unsurprising that a Buffalo Trace product became second, and the fourth one only was fourth because the other two were so different, like the two before it. So there was E.H. Taylor, which I do enjoy. I like the small batch. I want to get another bottle. Can't find it for cheap or a good price. The Brown Foreman King of Kentucky, which was good, but it was different. It was a whole different kind of animal almost. I didn't necessarily like it as much as the other two, but it was definitely different and interesting. Then coming to what was my brain, Pappy's of all things, 15-year, good God. Buffalo Trace, not surprised I really like it. And of course, Four Roses, which I've talked about many times that I enjoy a lot. I want to have all the Four Roses, and that's also a problem because Four Roses has a crazy lineup of stuff. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, too much activity, too much socialization. Yes. Stag Junior, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of. I would have to try more of them. I think it's the high proof that throws me off a bit. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not, I can't sip it in the same way I like to. But E.H. Taylor, I think I've only had the small batch. I haven't had the single barrel. Is that what that means? I forget. But either way, I need to try all of them. I haven't tried all the E.H. Taylors yet. It's on the list. But Buffalo Trace is so tatery. Speaking of which, if those of you who are just arriving or who haven't already seen last Friday's stream, I did get some bottles on Friday. I want to pull them out, but it'll take effort, and I don't want to do that. I received a Pikesville Rye, Adriana's favorite, a Blanton's, and I also picked up a sample pack, which I can show you if you haven't seen it already, which I will be I will be making a video of for a tasting video. I've never had any of these, at least not that I remember. Maybe I've had a sample at one point. I don't recall. These are the Heaven's Door, Heaven Door. I knew that. So there are these. We have the Tennessee Bourbon, the Double Barrel Whiskey, and the Straight Rye. And this was $50. Pretty good deal, I think. And I got this at Irene Tan's store because it was just sitting there in the back of the room. And I saw it and went, wait a minute. I haven't tried these. I can make videos with this. If you'll note, I'm starting to lean back on my happy days of I don't want to. Let's just rephrase that. I do not want to have too many more full bottles, especially if it's not something I know I'll like. So I'm defaulting a little bit to smaller bottles and sample bottles because it makes more sense. That's what I think people should do to begin with. If you don't know if you like it, get a small version, try it at a bar, do that first. Otherwise, you spent $40 to $50 probably on a bottle that you might not like. And that's a silly thing to do. Granted, I've done that many times. I used to instinctively knee-jerk buy something because I heard it was good. Yes. Buffalo Trace with a little bit of wheat. And that whole the 4 grain was very interesting. I'd like to try the rest of that soon. Hell, I'd like to pair that but compare it to a regular E.H. Taylor small batch someday, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hey, you know what? I don't need these on. I just realized that. Oh, I sound weird now. Hi. I forgot I had these on for the whole hour. What a shock. Oh, God, my voice sounds different now. That feels weird. Ugh. Taking out earphones, suddenly I sound quieter and stranger. That is so weird. The Four Roses single barrel seems less, is the best way I can put it, compared to this delicious Four Roses 50th anniversary Al Young edition, which I will never have again probably. But you know what? I didn't actually look up the price. I think I'll do that now. It's a mistake, but I'm doing it anyway. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Why is that song stuck in my head? It's really annoying. Oh, right. So we have a list here from $349.99 to $479. Sorry, $495. That's the dollar range on this bottle, or on the bottle of Four Roses 50th anniversary Al Young. What the hell? Why? It's really good. Is it nearly $500 good? No, nothing is. I don't care how good it is. It's not worth, like, no bourbon to me, no whiskey to me is going to be worth more than $100. Like, that's my capping point. $100 for a bottle. Cool. Anything more than that, it's just, it feels like just secondary things, you know, or people wanting to make more money off of you because of what it is. I can also, I will accept it for age. If something is older, the price can be higher easily, good or not, just because of the amount of time it took to make that product. Like a 50-year-old whiskey, I can understand why it'd be $500 or more, a lot more actually. But it's not necessarily something I'd want. I'd be curious. The one I can think of that came to mind immediately as soon as I said that, like, this is the North Star Spica 40 year that was given to me by Aquavite Roy. I can understand this being a lot of money. I don't remember how much it is, but I can understand it being a lot of money, and it was delicious. I drank all of it. It was delicious. I don't think it was probably worth the price. I will double check. But I did look it up earlier. Why'd you do that? Well, if I really wanted to cut back, I could just buy vodka. No. I've done vodka. It's not my friend. It's just alcohol. I don't know. There's no logic to it. The only thing I can think of, and the only thing that would trigger that is it has to be something from a movie. Oh, you know what it is? It's Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's probably what it was. That's why it got jammed in my brain somehow. Or we were talking about tequila. That really is all it takes. Yes. Okay. That seems surprising. So the North Star North Star Spirits Spica 40-year-old is $137.59, at least on this webpage I'm looking at. I can understand that. Over $100-something for a 40-year-old Scotch, and it's delicious. Sure, I'm tempted, actually. I don't have that money, but I'm tempted. Good times. We're learning more about whiskey. Again, age, price, good. Just because, you know, secondary and all that garbage, not good. No like. And again, although this Four Roses is amazing, I would not, no one should, in the right mind should pay that much for it. Oop. 1985, 27-year-old Tasker. Oof, you, good, send it to me. I mean, yay. At least you're drinking it. It's the important part. It stuck in my head so bad. I want a margarita, basically, is what I'm thinking. Or tacos. Someone said tacos. Jim, you said tacos, didn't you? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. All right, folks. Coming in the last minute or two here. Make sure if you're going to Destination Bourbon, hello. If you're going to Destination Bourbon after this, make sure you tell him KillCo sent you and that he should be a mystery guest someday. Guest? I'll have another. I've had a few. Leave me alone. But that would be fun. However, I will send you on your way to him. Hopefully you will have fun. I may pop in there for all of 2 minutes because I need to make some food or do something. I haven't really eaten much today, as always. Oh. Yeah, that's all it takes. You only buy what you can buy. Madness. It could be anything, Jim. It could be anything. There you go. Thank you, Jim. Okay, here we go. As always, first of all, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. I have to wait for the last few seconds. Oh, that's good. And I will see you 4, 3, 2 out there.